Statham, the Beekeeper. Bees, honey, coffee, Denny's. Thank you, Jason Statham, for coming in and giving that cryptic but beautiful intro. It says everything we need to know about. It's not Griffiths in July. It's Torture Tim month because you're torturing me with these fucking. I thought we were back. I thought you were back, and we're back down into the.
Murray, come on. I know we're the action historians, but we're also action journalists. Like, we gotta actually keep with the beat. The bee.
Yeah.
You know?
Be aware.
We gotta be aware. We gotta keep up to date with some of this shit. We need to know where we're going with action
You know where we're going? Down the tubes. Like this country.
Yeah.
With this Beekeeper bullshit.
I mean,
and it's not. I think we said this. At least I said this on our last Statham one, The Mechanic. That awful dog shit movie.
That was awful.
There's something to Statham. I think Statham is, as the kids say, born in the wrong decade.
Big time.
I think if he came up in the 70s and 80s, we would be big Jason Statham fans.
I also think he's just humble. Like, he is too humble, too sweet of a man. Just, I'm glad I have Hollywood. I'm glad I have work. He's not trying to sell Statham because everybody just buys exactly what he is right now.
The problem is his agents. You guys need to get him better movies.
Or
that's
you think it's
possible.
that?
I don't know if you can make a good action movie anymore because everybody, like we were talking, everybody wants their John Wick now. It's John. This is. They want this bullshit organization and this
zero personality from our hero or our villains. Bland everything. This movie is beige. When it's not neon, the tech bros, it's beige.
Yeah, when I'm watching it, I'm like, why was this made?
Why was this made?
Who is this for?
Right.
Who's going to ever say in their life, The Beekeeper is my favorite movie? No one.
It's the same thing you hear. No one. You hear about John Wick, though. Yeah, it's a dumb action movie. I love dumb action. And I'm like, think about all the action movies we used to watch, though. They're engaging because of personality and character.
Well, one of the things that made them engaging is because there was no CGI. So there was real stunts, real stunt men doing crazy shit.
Yes.
That's exhilarating when you see shit like that, and then you see a video. You're basically watching a fucking in the middle scene of a video game with these fight scenes.
Quick cuts, everything. Like, it's trashy. It's not good, and it's just too pretty. It doesn't.
It's slick as cum on a gold tooth, as Mama Murray used to say.
One of my favorite scenes in a great action movie, Lethal Weapon, is when Mel goes to meet Danny Glover's kids and family and everything.
Yeah.
Real as fuck looking house, shit everywhere. The kids are mouthing off. The kid starts beatboxing and shit. They're mocking each other. That felt so good. It felt so real. You got to understand Danny Glover. They would never attempt this in this movie. They did try to attempt it.
You get a little scene of a henpecked husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the most you get.
That was his entire character development. Was that one little scene where he's holding his newborn baby and his wife is bitching at him.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They do not try to make you care about anything because it's a dumb action. Like,
yet they're somehow longer than the classic movies.
Yes, because
they give you less, yet they're longer.
The action scenes have to be longer with more quick cuts and less tension, and you don't give a fuck about anything.
It sounds like we're totally 100% shitting on this movie. No, we're 90% shitting on this movie because they did get a couple things right.
Yeah.
I like that we actually had a couple. I wanted more.
We're going way deep in the movie already. Did we have to open with anything else?
I have nothing to say.
Okay, there we go.
Well, I do have one thing to say. You're probably wondering, Griff, why I have a big piece of gauze on my ear.
Why do you have that?
It's not because I'm in solidarity with Trump. It's because I also was a victim of an assassination attempt this week. The media, silent on it.
They're not buzzing?
No, there's no buzz happening. That I almost lost my life to the Big Red. And I'm not talking about communists. I'm talking about gingers, Griff. The gingers are uniting. The ginger men. You know I have no issue with ginger women. They're hot. Ginger men. Because they're test week. You know what they say? I'm for abortion when it's incest and rape. I'm
Yeah.
for abortion, incest, rape, and ginger.
Okay.
If you're gonna have I'm pretty sure you can find that out in utero. And if you're gonna have a ginger boy, you're like, it's for him, not me. I don't want him to live the life as a ginger boy.
Yeah.
Terminate.
Okay.
Or you could do like the Spartans and just leave him out for the wolves to eat or something. But yeah, I first of all, God was on my side as always. It just grazed my ear as Trump.
Are you setting up to another Christian week for us?
Yes, we're finally going to finish the trilogy of that fucking movie. I remember Road to Revelation.
Road to Revelations, yeah.
I'm just glad I'm here. I haven't changed it at all.
No.
I'm more hateful, if anything.
You're wearing your God hates ginger shirt right now.
And I hate you gingers as well. I will destroy you. This is personal now.
I do like
I will be the beekeeper to you ginger tech bros.
You're the gingerbread man.
It's exactly it.
Yeah.
Ginger dead man.
Oh, Jesus.
Hollywood, I'm available to star in that.
Yeah, we'll actually make a good action movie. We know exactly how we're going to do it.
I'm going to talk like this.
That's right. That's right.
You bloody ginger.
We're going to give you a body and some ass shots, too. We'll get Joe Coleman in on that.
Yes, Joe will be my butt double. I promise. Because my butt's awful.
Yeah.
So Joe will be my butt double.
It's going to be good.
But yeah, I'm here. I'm alive. Thank the Lord.
Okay. But Seagal, Statham was Seagal in many ways in this movie.
Yeah.
And one of them, buttoned up, he had the Carhartt, not labeled, not a lot of product placement.
Carhartt, made right here in Michigan.
That's right. Don't knock. Don't knock. We don't need to scare the dog.
Okay. I'm proud of that.
I know. I agree with you. Carhartt, Michigan, we got a rep. But at the same time, we just don't knock.
And Fords, too. This is very Michigan-centric.
Yeah, you got the Ford in there. You got, yeah.
And the evil city was Boston, which we all hate.
We all hate
So,
it.
yes, pro-Michigan. That's what I liked about this movie.
So-
I didn't even realize that until now.
Yeah, but not a lot of product placement, which I enjoyed.
Yeah. Probably because no product wanted to be associated with this movie.
Yeah, I should have looked up, like, budget or anything for this movie,
$34 million.
Was the budget?
Yes.
That's pretty good for a modern movie.
It infuriates me that we live in a world. This is going to get at least 2 sequels. They might be straight to streaming, but they're going to get sequels.
Yeah.
Still waiting on my Dread sequel. 10, 15 years ago. Classic. Everyone fucking loves that movie. You've seen it.
Right.
Great comic book movie. Somebody invest in that instead of this shit.
They actually have good B characters. You had a non-white, maybe Russian villain.
No pun intended. B characters.
Yeah, B characters. You see what we're doing here, everybody.
Getting back to this movie.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's unstoppable, like Seagal.
It's unstoppable. Buttoned up. You never see any abs or legs or anything on Statham.
Yeah.
Think about that. He hides it all. So I thought that was very Seagal-like. He didn't have the Fred Williamson oversized garbage bag jacket on, but still.
And there's the thing. We saw Fred in a Speedo. He was looking good for a 50-year-old man.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then he's like, hiding it with that baggy dog shit trench.
Right, 92.
Thank God that was just one scene. Like, he didn't, for the rest of the movie, he had his cool leather, so.
Yeah, he had some better leather.
Yeah.
Better leather. It's a fun thing to say. So I cut you off. You were saying that, we are shitting on this movie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they were doing some shit in
What
there.
is one of our biggest gripes in modern action movie? That all the villains are Russian, they have shaved heads and beards, and tactical gear.
Yes.
This had 2 villains that stood out.
Yes.
And I appreciated that because I remember them. Because here's the issue. When I do the promotion for our episodes, I Google image. I look, because people don't know how hard this is. I got to find the right picture for the right joke, even though nobody appreciates it.
Yeah.
But I still do it. And this movie's going to be hard as fuck to sell because it's so bland looking.
Yep.
So thank God I at least got 2 villains I can work with. Because if not, you're just getting Statham's bald head for fucking 7 days in a row.
Well, he's got his trucker cap with nothing on it. That's how bland this movie is. His trucker cap has nothing on it. Not WWF, not WrestleMania. Like Steve James
a stud
rocked.
would have.
Yeah. No, he's got nothing there. And I'm not. Again, you're right about Statham. I like him. He's clearly just in the wrong era of
and
action.
I don't know if he is in real life, but he at least looks tough. He looks like a man. He's masculine looking. He's not a pretty boy. So I wish he just had. He needs his Terminator. He needs his James Cameron to come in his life and go, I'm going to make you a real star.
He needs to be something like that. Yeah. I was going to say, could he have actually been a good mechanic? And I don't like him as Charles Bronson's mechanic.
No. It's an iconic role for Bronson.
Yeah, because, the other thing is, I recall the mechanic actually had some style to him and everything. He could talk to people. I don't see Statham that way. I don't like him as a charmer. I like him as a weird UFC, just like fucking brute who, corners you in an alley and beats the shit out of you. Terminator, like villainous kind of style.
Right. Maybe that's what he needs to do. He needs to play a villain in a movie like Schwarzenegger did, and then do a babyface turn.
I think that could be the move. Statham. We also Mattingly handles it, but we're also an agency. We can help represent you.
You just picked up a new client, Kyle Gass from Tenacious D. Apparently, everyone agrees in cancel culture now. So let's leave it at that. But was there anything else about this movie we liked?
Liked about this movie. We got Tech Bros being the villain.
Yes, I like the idea. This was a germ of a good idea.
Yeah,
because we all hate Tech Bros.
It's true.
Unless you're a Tech Bro, and if you are, fuck you. I hate you. But yeah, so
they were getting something there.
That's the new villain. I mean, Tech Bros.
Yeah. They could have done a lot more with it. Like, they get too convoluted with this story. Like, the way it just kind of unravels at the end. I'm like, why are we...
There's a surprise.
Yeah. But it's like, if they stayed in that Tech Bro world, if they worked in some of the weird shit that Tech's doing today...
The main heel should have been a Musk-type guy.
Oh, yeah. It could have been... It could have been like a Joe Rogan bro, who just ends up into this kind of shit or something.
Yeah, you're right. I could see it being that. It would be a tech bro like Elon Musk, but he trains in MMA.
Exactly.
So then he would fight Statham.
Right. That way you get to see him like beat the shit out of people, but he's obviously cheating or something. Yeah. You could have built
it was
up
like the villain from Action, Craig T. Nelson's villain from Action Jackson. Remember, he was like a martial arts guy, but he still cheated on this like trainer.
That's right.
Broke his leg or some shit.
Yeah. They could have done a lot more, but instead it gets... You got to stick around, everybody, for the third act, because why the fuck does this movie go this way? And like we were saying, we got the John Wick style storytelling for action movies, which I think is just where we're at. We don't want to just make a good action movie. We need to have these
franchise.
seeds.
We got to create franchises.
Yeah, we got to make this interesting. Think about this. Statham throughout this movie is cutting fingers off. Why is he cutting fingers off?
I think that's there. Yeah, there's two scenes where two different people he cuts their fingers off. I think I just thought of this when you brought up the franchise thing. That's the problem. Everyone's thinking about the future instead of what they're doing right now. Mm-hmm. It's just like, this movie sucks, but the next one's going to be great.
Yeah.
No. Concentrate on making one solid movie. If people like it, then you make a sequel.
Right. And you know what people say every time? The sequel's better than the original. So you should definitely be making a movie and thinking the sequel's going to be better.
Yeah, they always get better.
Always
like a fine
better.
wine.
Lethal Weapon 2. No one talks about Lethal Weapon 1.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, that's just... Much like Die Hard. Die Hard never really had a great sequel. 3 was okay.
3 was okay.
I haven't seen it in like 30 years, but...
Obviously, one of our favorite movies is a sequel, but...
Yeah, but...
Every once in a while it happens. He made a good first movie, and he just happened to make a better
It's usually the number
one.
3 that's awful. Rarely is a number 3 good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. But, Murray... I don't think we should be going on too long with this because we're going to have a lot of fun throughout this episode.
I hope so.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to shit all over these fucking awful B characters. They're not B people. It's not a Jerry Seinfeld movie. I'm talking about like the side characters.
Who are these people?
Who are these? Thank you.
There's going to be a lot of B puns.
A lot of B puns. That's what we're going to do.
Sweet as honey.
But
like my voice.
I hope you guys are excited for some hot honey. That's honey with spices and shit in it. So when you put it on something, you get the sweet with the spicy.
Have you had that?
I have it right there.
hot honey. I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah,
No.
it's right there. Chicken.
I'll have to try that.
I had it on some pizza.
You
before.
like honey?
Oh yeah, I love honey.
Yeah,
That's my jam. I like that honey.
Bee spit or Beecom, whatever it is.
It is just some kind of excretion of bee, so and then they tie it up.
Think about it's gross, and it never goes bad.
You know, one thing that Statham, I was disappointed about him in this movie, as we're gonna find out here shortly. Veteran beekeepers do not even bother wearing the outfit.
Well, yeah, we'll save that for when we get into the movie. But
we got it.
That also irked me.
Everybody, prepare your chamomile tea with that sweet, hot, tangy honey straight from Adam Clay's farms. Cause coming at ya is the trade-off of Beekeeper.
Buzz. For thousands of years, humans have misunderstood them and feared them. Now, one bee in a turtleneck sweater is gonna change everything.
Stand back. These are winter boots.
Wait! Why does his life have any less value than yours?
This fall,
I gotta say something. You like jazz?
You're talking to humans. You're flying outside the hive.
Barry B. Benson
So you see soda spilled on a sidewalk and you don't drink it?
is a little bee
He's not bothering anybody. Get out of here, you creep.
discovering a big secret.
How did this get here?
It's just honey, Barry.
This is stealing. Cute bee. Golden Blossom. Ray Liotta Private Select. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
You have a plan?
Yes, Plan B.
He's brave.
Where'd you get the honey? It's ours now.
He's bold.
This can't possibly work. Okay, Barry, pull the chute.
He's reaching new heights.
What happened?
I just tried to talk to these guys. Hi. Then there was a dustbuster, a toupee, a life raft exploded. Now one's bald, one's in a boat, and they're both unconscious.
Jerry Seinfeld, Renee Zellweger. DreamWorks B-Movie.
Welcome back from that amazing trailer. Sure, there was a lot of quick cuts going on in that thing.
Had to be. Pulsing lights and all that bullshit.
Our hero's name, Adam Clay. Isn't that like the bass player to U2? Isn't it Adam Clay?
Oh, man, I
Adam
wouldn't
Clayton, I think. If only we had Pigeon here, because he loves his
know.
U2.
Yeah.
And he will get angry if you ever criticize U2.
You too.
Yeah, so he's living up to the name. He's beekeeping. But he's badass beekeeping. Because any beekeeper could have that pussy-ass outfit they wear.
Yep.
No. He beekeeps. Oh, it's irritating me.
Okay, for this scene, this makes complete sense. Because he's not beekeeping here. He's wasp,
Wasp eliminating. He's wearing a fencer's outfit because that's more badass than a beekeeper's outfit. And it's got the little honeycomb emblem that the bee... For a super secret organization, they're about branding, aren't they?
They really are. And I was like, wait, is this like his hustle, his business? But no, it's not. Because he has crystal clear mason jars and then just normal tape and then he Sharpies on it. Honey. He spells it like Winnie the Pooh.
He has racks and racks of this mason jars full of honey.
Everything. We'll get to that.
He doesn't sell it.
We'll get to that barn later.
I mean, it's just like, dude, food pantry, donate. What the fuck are you holding on to this honey for?
What is your deal? Like, I don't get anybody in this movie. But yeah, they got the emblazoned logo. And then he just writes out the jar. He spells it Winnie the Pooh style, Hunny, of course, because it's adorable. That's how you sell.
Well, I mean, Winnie the Pooh is now public domain. He should have been in this movie.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's why all those horror movies were coming out with him in it.
Yeah.
What's this cat doing? So, yeah, we're bagging up a wasp nest. This,
I was like, all right, I'm identifying. I'm like, this guy is a true hero because I've been stung multiple times by wasps in the past 2 years. I'm almost died. So I'm like, all right, I'm on board. And then they get me off board.
Yeah, they give you one relatable thing to Adam Clay, and that's it.
He removes the nest.
He's got it bagged up, just in a lunch bag. That's how cool he is. He's just got it in a brown bag.
Right. And this is where he meets the kindly old woman, Eloise Huxtable. Because I say Huxtable because it's played by Felicia Rashad, who played the mom on The Cosby Show.
Oh, okay.
So, of course, she's now in hiding because her husband, Cliff, was molesting women. Because remember, on the show, Cosby Show, he was an OBGYN.
Oh, yeah.
So he was doing some little Michigan stating.
Oh, no.
She had to leave. Like, she had nothing to do with it. She had to leave in shame. She's like, I don't want. So she's on this farm in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Her husband's rotting in jail where he deserves to be for being a fiddler.
And this is not a house, by the way. Her house is not, if you'll recall our John Claude movie from last year, what was that called? Do you remember?
No.
I remember Patricia.
Jean-Claude. Oh, Nowhere to Run.
Nowhere to Run. I remember Patricia Arquette's boobs in that, and that's about it.
Yeah.
My mom was right by letting me watch it once.
And him reading a boob magazine.
And that's right. He had the fucking tit mags.
Yeah.
And little...
You like boobs.
What's his name? Kevin Culkin or whatever?
Sometimes I like the boobs.
Sometimes I like the boobs. But her house was amazing because it looked like a fucking house on a farm. Like, it was shitty. It looked awful. Things are falling apart. Eloise's house looks like Martha Stewart's
This is a
set.
yuppie. This is a Martha Stewart farm. You're
It's a
absolutely
Martha
right.
Stewart farm.
It's not a working farm.
Oh, yeah. It's bullshit.
It's Green Acres.
So, apparently what we're learning here,
But we're learning your cat loves the taste of microphone wires.
he's rubbing his face on it, man. He's got to get
licking
that
that
stink
wire.
out.
There's no honey on that.
There's no honey on it. Got that cough. It's like so
Maybe
far
you need
down.
a bit of honey.
I do need a bit of honey. He should have been eating bit of honeys this whole movie.
Well, like you said, this isn't product placement. All
Yeah,
right, you
that's
should have been eating Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, Honey Nut Cheerios and a true nut for honey. Yeah. Okay. So he's
Was
rescued.
he even chewing on honeycombs at all throughout? He didn't touch it.
He should be talking about the benefits of eating honeycomb, the anti-inflammatory, nutrients and all that bullshit. He should have gone full white chick at the fucking farmer's market.
Where is he living? Is he living in the barn?
It sounds like he lives in the barn.
Because it's owned by Eloise. He's like
Yes.
living on her property.
And I thought he got the wasp's nest out of the barn.
Yeah.
So was that the condition? You can move in if you just get rid of the wasp
Yes,
nest?
take care of the wasps. There's a big problem with wasps.
And then he's also, I don't know how he convinced her, but this is also Eloise's land where he set up his 4 stacks
It's massive.
of hives. I forget what they're called. I think they're called racks or stacks. But he's just got 4 stacks of them. So there's not even that many. And then she's got like 5 acres of just wildflower. It's beautiful. It was. They had one cool
Husband
shot.
was a doctor. You can afford it.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That cough, man.
He does a very. I wish Joe was here. A very hardcore wrestling move with these wasps, because he takes. She's like, I want to thank you. You've brought life to these bees. You've brought life to my farm.
Yeah, the land.
And that's why
everything.
nothing's growing, because they don't have the bees to pollinate it.
That's right.
So he's like, it's what I'll do. And he goes into his hovel. Was it another barn?
Because this is like the barn he lives in. He's got, again, it is a dusty ass fucking world we live in, and yet this is anti-Fender Tremello world. There is not a speck of dust anywhere in
gotta
this
keep
barn.
that honey clean.
He's got the immaculate mason jars. He's got his honey extracting shit right here.
So I didn't understand this. Maybe this is the way you handle wasps' nests. He's got it in the bag, like you said.
Yeah.
He pulls out a tube light, puts it in the bag, smashes it,
Releases the gas,
the
apparently.
xenon or whatever's in it.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out a taser and just like electrocutes the
Is this
nest.
like something a Mythbuster came in and was like, yeah, you could do this and it looks kind of neat? Like, how did they come up with this? Would a paper bag restrict this, or would it catch on fire?
You think they would like be flipping? I guess maybe the xenon. I think that's what's in it. Xenon.
Yeah.
Like sedates them so they don't get wild, and then he just tases them.
Yeah, but it's
individually tasing each wasp.
Right, and you see them pop off like little fireflies, the little silhouettes of them. It's very interesting.
So we go back to Eloise. You know, she's a grandma, so she's on the Facebook.
That's what grandmas do.
Wants to see the pictures of her grandkids.
That's right. They're probably also secreted away somewhere to get them away from dad, right? Oh,
Right.
wait, no, we already know. Verona and... Verona doesn't have kids, though.
No, but I'm sure the
Brother?
golden son, the golden boy, does.
Yeah, that's right.
He's 2.5.
Right.
And so she looks like, oh, that beautiful boy, that beautiful grandson. And then, bloop, virus. And she's like, oh, my God. She's an old person. She's like, I don't know. Or she's me. She's like, I don't know what to do. I'm looking at porn when this is happening. I'm like, she's like, I have to call this number.
It is the sketchiest looking fucking thing. This is like hijack-ware here, where you see it and you're like, everything's fucked. But apparently she's 8 to 12 years behind. So she sees that. There's a number flashing at her, and she's like, I got to call this number. Yeah. And that's where we get to see our villains of this movie.
Is this accurate? Is this what a tech bro lair looks like?
This is what they want it to be. Seriously, I'm not kidding you.
One wall is just the kaleidoscope type design, flashing. The lighting was awful.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you do your work in this lighting, Griff?
The first job I worked at, because these places kind of died out during COVID, I think. Even when I went to the Google
These are like the
office.
modern day boiler rooms.
Yeah. Even when I went to the Google offices, it was more mellowed down. They got like the over-sensory chambers now where you can, get away from screens and all that. We're going backwards from this. But when I first was working at the place like 10 years ago, the lights were, I was working in nearly pitch dark bullpen. With like 50 other people. There was not
a would hurt your eyes.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly easy. You had to
Did you have eye strain when you came home?
Probably.
Your eyes bothering you?
Probably. I don't remember it being that bad, but I probably did.
Okay.
It probably fucked up my head quite a bit. You had to get, because there's products out there where it like dim your screen so you don't get as much blue light, and that helps with it.
Right.
So it's bad.
So we got an Ashton Kutcher-like character. Like he's like, they got the tech bro. There's like an aisleway, and there's tech bros on either side.
Right.
And he's got his loud, crazy fucking Night at the Roxbury suit on.
Yeah, he's got a runway.
Yeah.
And he's got a headset on. And so he's looking at the giant screen. Everybody, you got to give me a big fish. Give me a big fish today. Who's got one on the line? I got a lady here who's calling in. It looks like she's got some money.
Watch and learn, noobs.
So he takes over the call.
Miss, I've noticed there's a problem with your computer. How may I help you?
Well, I don't know. I'm just having this issue, and usually my daughter helps me. I'm going to call my daughter.
No, miss. You don't want to lose those pictures of your grandchildren, do you?
Yeah.
Because you will. Your hard drive will go kaput. You could go to Geek Squad.
Yeah.
But they're going to have
to
delete reboot everything.
Yeah. They're going to reboot your computer, ma'am, and you know what that means. No, I don't. Everything's gone. Your son, your daughter.
They cease to exist.
He's doing the cold reading. Your son, your daughter. Oh, not my son. So he knows that's the key. Fuck the daughter. Maybe even work on the daughter. Say like she's a piece of shit or something. He knows where he can wedge his way in.
Ma'am, we need access to your computer.
Yeah, all you got to do is download this little program. No big deal, and won't be able to help you.
Okay, I guess that sounds all right.
Yeah.
So she downloads it. Then they have access. So they're going through all her bank accounts and everything.
Right.
And it's just your normal retiree. She was a teacher.
Yeah.
So she's underpaid.
Right.
But
they can't access it yet.
No, not yet. But they see the big fish.
Right.
Which is she works for a charity.
Right.
She's in charge of like the accounting for it.
So they need to get interaction with the bank account. So they're like, all right, well, I'm really sorry. We're going to have to go ahead and, what was it? You're going to have to purchase this and we'll put money in your bank account or whatever. And so she ends up buying something.
He offers to deposit $50 for her inconvenience.
Yes, that's what it was, the inconvenience fee. But he accidentally drops $50,000. You can't. Oh my God, I'm going to get in so much trouble. You've got to send that back immediately. Log into your bank account.
You don't want me to lose my job? I have a son as well.
I have a son. My daughter's not that cool, though. We're really falling apart. But my son, he's with me to the end.
You need to log in to your accounts, ma'am. You need your password.
And
well,
so,
this doesn't... Maybe I should call the bank? No, ma'am, no. You're going to lose everything.
Remember, if you call the bank...
The sad thing is... This shit works.
Oh, yeah. Again, this is good shit.
I'm going to tell a story, a true story. My mother, who's a smart woman, she was in charge of the, she wasn't the top one, but she was one of the people in charge of managed a group did finances for a chain of hospitals here, St.
Okay.
Joe's.
St. Joe's.
So she's not a dumb woman. All right, she knows more about math than I fucking do, for Christ's sake. But shit, when you get older, like your body, your brain also deteriorates a little.
Yeah.
So someone called my mom's house, said this was like at 8 o'clock at night. So
Oh, jeez.
Indian accent, ma'am. We show that you have not paid for your electrical bill for 2 months. We are going to shut off your electricity unless you pay. And of course, my mom has a thing where it just through the computer. She doesn't like pay the bill, with a check. And my mom's like, that doesn't sound right. It was exactly like the scene. Like, that doesn't sound right. But this was I was like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing? Because this guy's like, we need you to go get a wire transfer.
Yes.
We need you to go to a fucking party store, transfer the money. And my mom,
he knew party store. He did his research.
Yes, he did. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, but I can't. I'm like, she's like, I want you to come with me. So we're in a fucking car. This is like probably 10 o'clock at night by now. Because thankfully, the money transfer did not go through the computer.
Right.
I'm like, Mom, this is bullshit. Because he's not on the line with her while we're driving. I'm like, go to an ATM. We had to go to an ATM, get the money, and then get a wire transfer. I said, Mom, I'm calling the electric company.
Yeah.
So I call them up, and they're like, no, we would never do this.
Yes.
And it was just like, of course, my mom felt like an idiot.
Yeah.
And it was just like, so I can relate to this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is good villains. I hate these people.
Exactly. They know there is so many ways you can paint a villain. You're not looking at anything other than the fact that these are fucking devious motherfuckers. Like, there's all kinds of people in this bullpen. They all fucking suck.
Right.
And we can work with this, everybody. Because everybody wants to make a quick dollar. So, yeah, anyone's going to sign up with this if they're a little shady.
So, she logs in, and they have access.
That's right.
And immediately start draining everything. And there's one account, like you said, she's in charge of a charity that's $2 million.
$2 million.
And they just drain it all.
You got to love it because, the graphics department, it's like, we got to show them something. So you actually watch the money count down. Just... to 100 million, 100, 900,000, 999.
And I told you this. I was irritated by this.
The screen blur.
Screen blur.
Yeah. You get the
If
vertical.
you're a professional movie, you should be able to get around this.
Yeah.
Because they're actually filming a screen, and we all know, like, if you've ever taken a picture of a screen with your phone, you see the blur.
It's worse on the old monitors. It's
Yeah.
not as bad anymore. I didn't even notice it.
I totally noticed
Yeah.
it. And so that irritated me.
All right. Well, Eloise had invited Clay over for dinner.
Yeah, she's
that
like,
night.
hello, what's that? Because the computer just goes off.
Yeah. Her whole house, just the power's cut to it now. Like, I guess it's a metaphor for her life being over or something.
So we cut back to the hovel, the clean, sparkling clean hovel that Clay lives in. And he's grinding up the honeycomb, making that sweet, pure honey.
Yeah. Again, immaculate fucking barn. He's just making it, just working it over, crushing it up, doing all the honey shit you do. Perfectly pours it. And honey, it's such a fucker. You can't get it in properly because it just dangles and it's so drippy and it gets all over he can cut it off perfectly, clean transition.
He's a beekeeper, for fuck's sake.
Clean transition into the bottle, puts that tape, honey, Hunny for Eloise.
Well, it was honey for Eloise.
He somehow emphasized it. Yeah.
I don't know how he did that. But
yeah,
he did.
but you can read it that way.
And so, he's going to give her some because it's his woman being so kind to him.
Right. She also eats, apparently, and no old people eats this late. She eats at like 9 o'clock at night, apparently.
We did.
Pitch black.
We did growing up.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Well, my mom worked, so.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
So he stops by and he hears the fire smoke alarm going off.
Yeah.
And,
he knocks twice and then, lets himself in because he hears it.
He's worried.
Right.
Walks in, he turns it off, notices some drops of blood on the floor.
Oh, man.
Goes into the room, gun laying there. We know what happened.
That's
I don't know. I assumed someone had killed her.
What's sad is that the blood that we noticed there wasn't even real fake blood or anything. They CGI'd fake blood into this scene for some reason.
2 droplets.
2 droplets.
Took $1 million of the budget.
$1 million.
To do 2 droplets. You could have just put honey and put some little red food coloring.
It would have been interesting, yeah.
So it's like, oh no. So he grabs a knife because we now learn because we don't know. We just, at this point we think he's just a humble beekeeper.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, he's a man with a particular set of skills.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Because he grabs a knife, holding it like an expert.
That's right. Assuming that somebody broke into the house and murdered her for some reason.
Goes up, spots it by, then freeze, honey. It's Verona.
Ma Verona.
FBI. My. Whoa. We learn this is also the daughter. I guess apparently she got alert that the smoke alarm went off. I don't know why she's there.
Yeah, I don't know either. Just happened to be wanting to show up at Mom's house at 9 p.m.
All right, like we said, FBI agent. So, okay. This is why I was like, no, there's got to be a twist. She was murdered. Because this woman immediately commits suicide when she has a daughter who works for the FBI.
Yeah.
You think if any help you would need with this situation, FBI would help out.
Yeah.
No. Immediately, I'm killing myself because I'm so embarrassed by the situation.
I mean, we're trying to get our action heroes motivated in new ways, and I appreciate that. We're not just like, oh, his girl got raped by a villain, so now he's got to avenge everybody. We could still do tournament movies. We got rid of tournament movies.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
I watched 2 different episodes.
We might be having one coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I had to watch a couple different episodes of a certain TV show, and there was tournaments in both of those too for some reason. Tournaments used to be the plot device. But in modern action
Perfect
movies,
place to introduce colorful characters. That's why.
That's true. But in modern action movies, they're trying to think outside the box. So they killed John Wick's dog, and now
that
this
was awful motivation, but
it was.
This is a germ of a good idea.
It's a germ of a good idea.
Yeah. So she's like, freeze! Like, oh, didn't and she's like, what's a white man doing in my black mom's house? This has got to be murder.
And that's when he realized it's Verona. So he humbles out I'm so sorry, Verona.
That was pretty good,
I
Griff.
know. It's because I got that cough in my throat.
So the police arrive. Clay is cuffed. They don't trust this guy. I wouldn't either. This swarthy. He looks little. I think he's short. He looks short.
According to the FBI
readout,
readout,
5'10".
it's at 5'10".
He's probably like our height.
I think he's 5'8".
Yeah, and
he's no Chippendale, that's for sure.
That's damn sure. And he's just like, I'm just a humble beekeeper. I came here to give her some honey.
That's right. And,
And they're like, no. You're law enforcement, aren't you? There's something about you.
Yeah, because he says that he came in to secure the perimeter or something, and the Asian FBI guard is just like, wait a minute. Did you just say secure the...
Are you special ops?
You're using some very key words here. And he's like, take this guy in.
I'll just take care of bees.
We're supposed to be in the middle of nowhere. They take him to the station, the FBI station.
Yeah.
Which apparently is...
Outside of Boston?
Yeah. Which is apparently 5 minutes down the road because they get him back an hour later.
Yeah. Well, Boston, the traffic it's barely anyone lives in Boston. So. Jack Badalaire could vouch for this. Traffic, non-existent.
Non-existent. Well, no one wants to be in Boston.
Yeah, that's true. No pun intended. B. So Verona logs onto her mom's computer, and she sees it's just empty accounts. All those
yeah,
the folders are open, and
it literally was the paperclip from Microsoft with its pockets turned over and bees flying out of it. Because again, bees. We're hammering home the bees.
And she's like, "Of course, my mom would kill herself because she lost this money. This guy's innocent."
Right. And she goes outside to have a sip of Denny's because her mom kept the Denny's stocked.
Right.
If you're going to be living 15 to 25 minutes away from
that
Denny's.
That was the one product. That's the one because
Statham has
he's just like, always got to be some Denny's in here. I love it. It's good.
Yeah.
Love coffee.
Eloise was actually making him a grand slam.
The food is shit, but the coffee, god damn, that coffee's good. So she's having some Denny's with a little bit of honey in it.
That's right.
She's like, my throat, it feels so smooth now.
Okay. If they did a bit where Statham actually talked clearly after, some tea with honey, that would be pretty fucking good. I think I'm going to need... Hold on.
So, she's just like, yep, my mom killed herself. It makes perfect sense.
All the pieces, all the evidence here. She goes out. She's having that Denny's coffee. It's been maybe an hour. They think this guy murdered this woman. They kept him for an hour. And probably even less than that because they got him back within an hour. And drops him off. And Verona's just like, I'm so sorry. Clearly you didn't do this.
This is clearly a case of suicide. My mom had depression issues.
Can you go in that drawer and grab me a pen? We're having pen issues up here.
Let's do it. So they go into the house. And there's fucking Denny's coffee with little Irish Denny's coffee.
Yeah. Between going from the barn to the house, the sun rises.
Then he was there overnight.
He could have been, yeah.
So maybe it was like 6 in the morning when he got home.
It could have been 6 in the morning, yeah. Because now she's having coffee, she's getting some of that Denny's and pouring it, Irishing it up.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that OJ anymore.
So they're starting to bond over family and their careers.
Because, she's explaining, my brother, he was the military brat. He went and did.
He was a golden boy, special ops. I'm just a fucking FBI agent. My mom had no respect.
Top of my class at Harvard. She really hammers that home. She wears a Harvard
yeah, we
sweatshirt.
have to know. Yeah, she's smart. She's brilliant. She is. I mean, we've seen this character a million times. The only twist is it's a woman.
Yeah,
we've seen this character a million times. Brainy but troubled, complicated. Why? Because they have a drinking problem. That means they're complicated.
Yeah,
but they're geniuses at the same time.
Yeah,
I used to be part of a hive. Huh? This is how brainy she is, Griff. I've noticed a hint of the British Isles. No fucking shit. Really? I never noticed he had a British accent until she pointed it out.
Well, you did say, like Van Damme, there's always got to be someone to be like, you're not from around here, are you, Fred?
Right, because nobody can, it's called acting, people. Lose the accent. It's not that hard to do an American accent. So I'm told by every fucking English person. We can't somehow master the fucking British accent at all. It's always horrible.
Yeah.
But Brits can always do the most perfect American, except for fucking my boy Tom Hardy. He does awful American accents.
Oh, does he?
Because he amps it up. He can't just be like a normal Midwest accent like we have. It's always, hey there, how you doing? The Venom was horrible when he did it in Venom.
Oh, man, I've never paid attention to his accent. So yeah,
he can't do him. So like you said, bro was special ops. He's awesome. FBI, big fucking deal.
Well, mom doesn't believe in the FBI. The FBI were behind Jan 6.
She shouldn't because she's like, yeah, we can't catch these guys.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
I mean, I never thought about this from this angle. Maybe this is why Verona shows really no emotion about her mom being dead.
Well, they had a troubled relationship. Complicated relationship.
They had a complicated.
Brother didn't care at all either. Then she didn't even call the brother.
We don't even see the brother. She doesn't call the brother. We don't talk to the brother. There's no use for the brother. There's no use for a family, apparently.
It's just a way to set up that, she feels less than because her brother was the golden child.
Right. And so that's why she's not crying for mom, apparently.
Yeah,
but at the same time, she's drinking heavily. But that is kind of the ultimate insult was that she works for the FBI. They could have maybe helped her. And
of course
instead...
they could. Well, that would be. I mean, that's the ultimate slap in the face.
She's like, nah.
Yeah, you could help me. Nah, I'm going to off myself.
But again, this could have been a fun thing to play with. But studios...
I don't know what suicide is.
Well, yeah, no, obviously. But the studio is too chicken shit to have Verona show any kind of emotion. So the only thing she does is smile and
get drunk.
She's a Marvel comedic relief character.
Yeah, her and her buddy are the comic relief. Yeah,
and
they're always one step behind the Beekeeper.
She should be motivated. She should be angry.
No,
but no, the Beekeeper is angry.
Yeah,
and she is just goofy having fun. It's
so angry.
Weird.
He does a little soliloquy where he's like, hurting the elderly is worse than hurting a child. Sometimes they'll have to face the hornets alone. It goes unnoticed. No one cares. I care! No, he didn't yell. I mean, he never yells. He mumbles throughout the movie.
It's in separate quotes because that's her.
Oh, okay. But which apparently she doesn't care.
Well, she's trying to own. She's trying to show that she does care.
All right, love. I got 4 racks that got to be attended to, love. So I gotta go. They bust their ass, these bees. He just emptied it yesterday, and he's got to do it again every day. Do they fill the fucking hive?
Yeah, I don't think you're tending a hive as much as he is. So he's constantly in there fucking with these bees because he's even smoking them. Again, the pros don't even smoke them because the bees just get so used to you.
Smoke them if you got them.
Yeah, he's constantly smoking these bees.
Yeah, bees generally aren't as attacked as like wasps are motherfuckers.
Yeah,
because wasps don't die when they lose their stinger.
That too. They just keep going.
So that's why bees are chill.
But honeybees is like I've watched the fucking videos. I thought I was gonna have bees.
You guys have the
in my
beard
backyard.
of honeybees. You've seen it?
Yeah, you take the queen, you put it on your face. It's like as long as they will get to know you, and they won't be freaked out.
So he's got a reason to check the racks, Griff, because he has a super secret black.
There was a Seagal moment here where she goes, "You've been up all night. You can't tend the racks after you've been up all night."
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, love. The bees never stop.
The bees never sleep.
Honey never stops flowing, love. So he opens his rack with a super secret phone, big bad 90s black phone. We've learned that the Beekeeper is so secretive and unknown because they use outdated technology.
Yes, that's how that's how the whole world works.
They're not even connected to the internet. Yet somehow they access information.
They have their own intranet with an A instead of an E.
So he calls up. Hello, love. I need some information on
and we get the moment where the woman is facing her old as shit computer.
Did you love the shot where it panned down, showed her legs, and then it panned up, and then panned down on her legs again?
We think about this.
Yeah.
We don't talk about
That's called a Williamson shot.
Exactly.
Right?
I was just gonna say we have all the famous shots and the styles and everything. I've been to film school. They never talk about the Carl Weathers shot. They never talk about the Fred Williams shot.
Why?
Racism.
Exactly.
Come the fuck on. Let's learn about all the shots. We don't need to fucking learn about all the fucking honky shots. Let's learn about these goddamn shots, man.
So he just says, I need some
Stuart, I hope you're listening, and I hope you got lots of Williamson shots and Carl Weathers shots in your next film.
Yes. So, of course he does. He doesn't even know what that... we don't even tell him what that means. He knows.
He's already like, Griff, come on.
Like, come on.
I have a whole rig set up to zoom in and out,
So, she's like, I can do that. Click, 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 click.
Oh, yeah.
The old fucking 1980s sprinter.
When we're not staring at her pantyhose legs, that's a word that I'm okay saying. You're shorting it, I don't like it. Pantyhose, that's just an object.
That's the opposite to me. I get repulsed by pantyhose.
I don't like them, but...
Yeah.
But she does the thing where she turns to the camera in shock. You were supposed to never call here again. You're supposed to lose this number.
But she knows him. She gives him this address.
Yep. All right. So we're cutting over. Clay's arriving at the United Data Group, which is some building in the middle of nowhere. It's not in a city.
Yeah.
It's also on
like
the
most places.
It's supposed to be in Boston. It's on the outskirts of Boston, apparently.
Right,
in the middle of a
Because this is where
field.
they do evil. You know?
They also, and this is why movies suck nowadays, nothing feels real. They clearly had to set up a building that they could just CGI into frame.
Yeah, and it's not just them. It's like there's tons of offices in there because what happens is Clay walks in, goes to the secretary because he realizes there's some real legal business happening. He's like, I need you to empty out this building, love, because I'm about to set it on fire. And he's got just 2 fucking 5-gallon jugs of gas, and he just walks away from her. Got his Carhartt on.
And his little
trucker hat, because he's got his little fucked up Ford outside that he drives.
That's right.
Just
we did fail to mention he beats up 2 guards outside, but why point it out?
Yeah, they're like, hey asshole, this is private property. Hey, how about these privates? And he kicks him in the nuts and takes him out because they're just doing their job. Like they don't know. We don't know that they know they're working for these scammers. You know, they're just being security. And this guy with 2 things of gas gets out, and they're like, they're
I mean,
they're the bad guys.
Was his call? Did he call that lady and go, "Hey, who's this? Are they bad guys?" And she said, "Yeah, they're bad guys, but our hands are tied." Like, what happened on that call where it's just like, "Yeah, just go fucking do whatever you want. They're bad guys."
Well, this is why we learn why he's been retired by the Beekeepers. He's even too dangerous for the Beekeepers.
Oh, okay. Well, you're hinting at something we haven't even got to yet. The secret society, of course.
Right. He's gone rogue.
He's going rogue. All right. So the secretary, tells him which way to go and everything. He gets up to there.
He's in the Tech Bro office we saw earlier.
Yeah.
We see Boyd is the name of the guy that was scamming Eloise.
That's right.
And he's like,
I think that was his character he played. Okay. So when he would call people, he'd say, "This is Boyd."
So he's like, he walks in, just starts pouring gas on everyone's computer and shit.
He tries to get everybody's attention first, and they don't listen to him.
Oh, yeah, because he demands that because
they're throbbing music while they're trying to do phone calls and shit.
EDM blasting.
They had a DJ live there, which, again, I feel this. They probably would have done this 10 years ago in an office building, even though it's a fucking phone line that you're working.
And they're eating up. They teach us, Boyd. We're at your feet. We want to learn how to scam old people.
Yeah, all they wanted to do. His name's like McGinley or Mickey. Mickey. They want to learn and all that. So when Clay comes in demanding their attention, they just ignore him. They're fixated on Mickey. They want to learn from him. So Clay does what he does best. He grabs a phone and starts beating someone in the face with it.
Like 20 times.
Some fucking
This guy would be dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Face just completely torn asunder.
Well, we don't care. These are tech bros. They're
exactly.
not human. They're basically redheaded guys.
So watching this, the people actually stand up and they're like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "I'm about to pour this gas all over this motherfucker."
I thought he demanded that they repeat after him. "I will never do bad again."
Was that this one? Yeah, that was this one. Yeah.
He's like, "All right, I want you to repeat after me. I will no longer do bad. I will no longer take advantage of old people. And I will get a real job." And they're like, "Fuck this guy!" And that's when he starts pouring the gas.
So Mickey has run off to get some guards.
Mickey Garnett.
Yep, Mickey Garnett. That was it. Yeah. He's running off to get some guards, and he comes back in, and the guards, of course, are just going to get owned by him. And you've got Mickey yelling, "What the fuck you doing, bro? Who are you?"
"I'm the Beekeeper. I sometimes smoke out the hornets."
So there was one cool shot, but again, nothing pans out. It's over in a flash of an eye. He trips somebody over, and the guy was carrying a laptop. He's supposed to be security coming in to fight this guy, and he's running around with a laptop for some reason, just so they could get a shot of this guy falling over, and the laptop jams into his neck, and it breaks it, apparently.
Someone thought that would be cool, so...
Exactly. Not one of the fucking tech nerds. One of the security guards does that.
Turns to Mickey. "I bet you feel real proud of yourself."
And he's, threatening him with the gun, like, "I'm going to hit you." Making him flinch. Yeah. Just totally fucking emasculating him.
So he opens up his own... Does he have a laptop himself? Because he puts the... No, he puts the two
gas
cans in... First of all, they should be empty by now because he's splashing it everywhere. He just has two.
Endless. He found a way, the bag of holding in D&D lore. That's what he has.
And then he has a little thing like C4 with a little readout. And he puts it on the side of the gas can.
I love that these guys always bother with the digital readout displays. It's like, we can believe you.
Well, that's part of movie lore. We have to have it now.
Just like we got to have the clock with the wire, dynamite in the old times.
And he's like, "What are you doing, bro?" "I'm smoking the hornets today.
I'm smoking out the hornet's nest."
And then he just starts running because he's a coward at heart.
That's right. He's letting this guy live. He wants word to get up to the queen, apparently, of
because
this
the
evil
way
hive.
It's rigged up is, even though they still had a readout for some reason, but the real way it's is he connects it to the laptop, so the next scam call...
That's right. The next person who calls into them as part of the scam... Because then we get a cut to a family, and the family is gathered around the laptop for the dad to look at Facebook. Because it's always Facebook, everybody. I wonder if there's a connection.
Old people love Facebook.
And so he gets the message, calls it up, we see the phone ring, and then triggers it.
And we get the worst CGI explosion. Back in the 80s, they would blow a fucking building up.
Right.
Not here. Awful CGI explosion.
It's boring. It's boring.
All right, who's behind all this shit? Who's the real big guy? Because Mickey Garnett, he's just a goon.
Right, we know Mickey's a goon. Come on. Danforth Enterprises.
Sounds evil.
And again, they're doing a good job with the fucking silver spoon fed fuck, Elon Musk motherfucker here. Yeah. I'm a goddamn genius. He's rolling around his office on a skateboard.
It's every cliche you think of, like a tech bro thing. There's a lot of Buddhist rituals going on. There's
bowls.
Yeah, they're making
sound,
the noise.
emanating sound from.
Yeah.
He stops. They've got, of course, a barista there. He orders the flat white oat milk extra espresso.
I was surprised he didn't have a facial on with cucumbers on his eyes or something like that.
And, he had a massage room.
Yeah, of course.
It probably
this is tech bro nirvana.
Right. They had the fucking sushi master in there, Benihana, and up some, fucking fried rice and everything.
Meet the villain, Derek Danforth. Played by, I think the kid was in Hunger Games. But he's really channeling, even though he's too short, he's channeling Jake Paul or Logan Paul, the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
Look.
Shaved side head, kind of curly hair.
He's got frosted blonde fucking hair.
Did he have earrings?
I'm sure he did.
He's got obnoxious clothes, which why has no one picked up on how to be a good obnoxious heel in wrestling nowadays? They got it for this fucking movie. This guy, everything I saw, I was like, this is kind of what I would expect a fancy tech bro to wear, and it is obnoxious to the eye.
So he gets a call from Mickey. He's like, this fucking guy, he came in, he fucking blew up the building.
Whoa, bro, slow it down. You called me. Text only. I don't read voices. He's like, you told me to call you if anything really bad happened. Something really, really, really bad happened.
Well, what did this guy look like? He had a hat.
You want me to go out and find a guy with a hat? What else? What else do you got about? He kept talking about bees. He's one of them bee people.
Let me talk to my guy. So he goes to his guy, Wallace.
I had daddy in the notes for the longest time. I thought this was his dad.
It's like Wallace Worthington or some shit. It's Jeremy Irons collecting a paycheck. This is what you do. He's one of those classic British actors. I'll be in any piece of shit. I was trained by the Royal Shakespearean Theatre. I'll be in any piece of shit people give me. I'll class it up. And he does a good job.
I was going to say, he did class it up here.
And he's just got done playing tennis, and they're fucking,
They really laid that on thick. He had fresh balls. He had rackets sticking out of his bag.
We learned that I don't think he ran, because there's no way in hell we did, because he's the classic British actor. I'll class it up. I will not lose my British accent.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we would let a British guy run the CIA. But he was a high-up guy in the CIA.
Yeah.
He's retired.
Yeah.
And now he's working because we learned he had some kind of relationship. We don't know, foggy relationship with Derek's mother. We don't know what it was.
Yes. There's something going on
So he
there.
feels some connection because he's an upstanding guy. We're supposed to believe that.
Yeah, we're trying to track this bee to the hive, but we're just getting spoon-fed.
And he's like,
tidbits here.
He's like, Wallace, I need some help here. Well, try calling police, young man. I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's like, go straight to the CIA. You got contacts there. It sounds like your problem's for the police. You should start there.
So Derek goes back with Garnett, and he's like, hey, man, just the last two people you scammed. It's got to be them. It's gotta be.
I hated this. This line irritated the fuck out of me, and it's probably only for people like me who actually work in the cloud. He goes, just go to the cloud and get the data, bro. And I was just like, why did he even say that? No.
But that could be good for his character. He doesn't know anything about this shit.
Yeah, he runs. His whole thing is he runs 20 tech companies.
Right.
And that would be very tech of him to go, yeah, just go to the cloud and get the data.
So now we're back to our bumbling FBI agents. Verona, we meet her partner, Wiley.
This is where she wakes up, and she's got just the champagne stem glass, 40 of them scattered across her place.
It's to show what a mess she is.
One bottle of wine that's half empty is in frame. So it's like, wait, she just poured.
Because her mom never let her use the fucking fine china.
That's got to be it.
So she's like, I'm going to drink out of every fucking glass.
It reminded me of Ginty and that one scene where he's trying to be tough and he's trying to pour himself out and he gets an eyedropper and he's still sipping at it. It's like, what the fuck?
Licking the bottom of the shot glass. So yeah, she's supposed to be like, hungover, and her henpecked partner Wiley holding his newborn baby because he's like, the woman runs the fucking show at his place, bitching at him.
That's
like,
right.
Right, honey, I'll take care of that.
Right.
And he's like, hey, we got there was an explosion at the UDG building. We got to check that out. There might be something with your mother involved.
Was there any witnesses or anything? Yeah, one guy talked about some jack dude in his 40s wearing a hat. Wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Excuse me, did you say a hat? She didn't even see him with a hat on. But apparently to the FBI, a hat is life.
It is.
Yeah, it is the difference.
Ted Kaczynski. So we're back to Mickey and his crew. They're going, following the lead. They went to the cloud. They found that they
got all the addresses, and instead of calling or doing anything, they drove all the way out to wherever the fuck they were, to wherever the fuck they are now, where they happened. We don't know where Clay's beehives are in relation to the house, but they happen to find him out with his bees. Right. And of course, Statham's got the 43,000 senses, so he's like, someone's driving up in a car behind me. He probably would have heard him, though. Right. They're in the middle of nowhere.
And to show how evil these guys are, they blow up they open fire on his hives.
They say, didn't we hear the guy who beat us up had an old truck? That's got to be him. He's got an old truck. Yeah. That's it. And the bee metaphors, they're like, it just makes sense. He's a bee person.
So they destroy the beehives, and they go into the barn. Meanwhile, Clay is setting up his kill room
because he knew that they were all there. So he starts turning on
all these tools, jigsaw,
And again, we don't get a clean shot. We have no idea.
There's an engine just hanging from a chain.
It is a complete labyrinth of a barn, and he's got all these sheets set up. So he's got his orange juice station here and his fucking honey station here, engines hanging. Just all kinds of woodworking machinery. He's turning everything on. And you're just like, I don't know where the fuck I am. It's so disorienting. And it is
What's it supposed to be for those guys, too?
Yeah, and so it's him flipping and flopping around, quick cuts of him.
Chokes a guy and hangs him by a chain. He makes a guy bite on his shotgun and knocks his teeth out.
Yeah, he's doing some gruesome shit here. But, yeah.
But they deserve it.
It just flows right through. You're barely holding on to any of this. And then again, he gets to Garrett. What was his name? Garnett. Mickey. And you're thinking, this is it. He's going to fucking knock his teeth out or something. No. He just like pushes him over into a wagon and waltzes out.
No. He throws him at a jigsaw. And the jigsaw slices Mickey's fingers off. He loses all his fingers on his right hand.
Everybody, I usually watch the movie twice. I did not have any interest in watching this twice. That's right. He did chop two of his.
No, I thought he cut all of them off.
He cut all of them?
I thought he cut all four of them off.
He does have a fetish for fingers, by the way.
All right, so he's taking care of business. The movie's over with, right? No. Meanwhile, Verona is at the site of the explosion,
right,
talking to a nerd. We get a fun little banter. She's making fun of his shirt.
Yeah, it's so fucking bad. It's so awful. They did this woman, I don't know, maybe she's a bad actor, but...
she's in this movie, so yeah.
They did such a bad job with her.
Wiley comes up. You like fire?
You're not going to talk about the coffee bit they did?
No, I'm not.
God, it was so bad.
That's why I'm not going to talk about it.
Good pull.
No mention of Denny's at all.
So she starts, like, getting in this guy's face because he's not going to tell him what's going on. You're just a fucking crypto nerd scammer.
I know my rights, ma'am. I don't have to tell you anything.
Probably a wizard, and that really freaked that fucking nerd out. You know what a wizard is, right, Murray?
No.
It's a 30 years or older incel called wizards because you get powers.
The ranks?
Yeah, well, after you turn 30,
it makes you more powerful. I guess all that chi build up, it would make you more powerful.
That's the idea, is that you get superpowers after 30 if you're still a virgin.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
So Wiley grabs her. You like fire?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, your mom's house is on fire. Why is her house on fire? Did they set it on fire and we didn't see that?
Apparently, that was part of
the Beekeeper
Clay's big
getting rid
plan. He had evidence in there. Like, I don't fucking know why they had to burn the barn down. Burning down the barn. But he did.
So we're at the house. We see all the victims charred up, flame broiled. But thankfully, they had their badges were laminated. And we know lamination makes things fireproof. So they work for the UDG building. And she's like, I think I have a lead.
Oh, my God.
And she's like, oh, by the way, I got fingered in that barn. That barn had a lot of memories
stories
for me.
and memory. God, I don't like.
And we're supposed to always chuckle at this shit. It's the worst.
It's so bad. Who is like? These are good characters. This is fun. Who is this for?
Well, not for me. Cut back to Mickey Garnett. He's on one of those bridges that goes up, so boats can go through.
Yeah.
So he's basically trapped on this bridge because the thing's up. And he's
it's
talking to Derek. He's like, I cut my fingers off, man. And then all of a sudden, boom, he gets punched in the face. It's our boy Clay. He's been following him.
He's been following him, punches him in the face.
Grabs a chain, it's like a strap.
Straps,
yeah.
And he ratchets it close, and then he's
what
like,
are you doing, man? I didn't do anything. And then he just calmly goes back to his car, starts up his car. It starts going right off the bridge.
Takes one last selfie with his truck because he's about to throw it off the bridge. He's sentimental towards that truck. It's a vintage.
Right. Yeah, he did take the phone away from Mickey.
Yeah.
And then Mickey just took the bridge. The bridge. The car goes off the bridge with Mickey
in tow,
trailing from it.
Yeah.
Blows up.
Tow straps. That's what those are called.
Grabs he's FaceTiming with Derek now. It's like,
why would he be FaceTiming with Derek?
Because Derek's on the other side, and he's like, "What's your name?" Mr. Fuck You's my name. This is Derek saying that because he's scared.
Right.
You're going to need some estate planning.
I don't know.
I'm 28. What the fuck do I care about estate planning? So a boomer humor, I guess. I don't know what the fuck.
It had to be boomer humor. Anyways, Derek, he goes to show Wallace the news. Daddy Wallace. And he's like, I really need your fucking help. This guy, he's been getting me. And he's like, what did you say this guy's whole thing? And they've got a sketch of him now. Yeah. Like the FBI sketch. This is where we see he's 5'10", 180 pounds. Right. And
he took off the sunglasses and like, oh my God, it's not a woman, it's a man.
Yeah, I wish I could
call
remember.
Back to Obsession.
Obsession. There it is. Yeah. They had that technology back then. We got it shipped over from Italy.
So he's like, whoa.
He starts asking, what'd you say this guy's whole thing was? Well, he's really, they keep saying he's really into bees. He's like a bee person or a, excuse me, are you trying to tell me he's a beekeeper?
Say he's a beekeeper. He's a beekeeper. You're dead. You're going to die. He's probably the last pair of eyes you'll ever see. I don't know why I went Australian with that, but yeah.
It's okay.
And, he's just like, so Wallace knows he knows of them. Because this organization is, even though he was high up in the CIA, this organization is so secret, he just heard tales of them.
Again, we're doing the John Wick thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we might be the CIA.
World building.
Fuck this. If this is your world building, go fuck yourself. Anyways, Verona has the details on Mickey.
They found his body out on the bottom of the fucking bridge.
Okay, because we're at the bridge now.
Yeah.
And he was a mobster, of course. And he's got a whole posse of con people, mostly incels and wizards.
Right. And she's like, this Clay guy, he's not even in the FBI database. No fingerprints. 5 years ago, didn't exist.
He's probably in some kind of classified program. The Denny's Club. That's his classified program.
Yeah, he gets every time he gets a coffee, they put a stamp.
That's right. He's got the card. He's got a mug with his name on it.
All right. Wallace gets a call from a woman named Jessica Danforth, the mother of Derek Danforth. But this is where we allude. She's like, he's at least in love with her. I don't know what she's feeling for him.
Yeah.
So she's a little pussy fogging Wallace.
She's definitely blowing some fog. She's in the back in front of like a set of vanity mirrors. It looks like she's getting ready to go on like, I don't know, Jimmy Fallon Live or something. Real funny comedian show. Getting dressed up for some kind of appearance.
Let me know that she's important.
Yeah. I really need you to help my boy. My dear, sweet baby.
Yeah, because he's ready to wash his hands. He knows his kid's a turd. And she's just like, I need you to help my boy. He's like, oh, my.
How bad do you need it? Because he might be in her fog, but he still is aiming to keep moving up the ladder.
Well, that's the tragedy of the fog graph. You always think you got a chance.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At least he saw clear to his occupational, aspirations, because she's like, I could get you that place on the board. The board? Are you kidding me? I'll do it.
I could make some calls. So he calls up the CIA director, Jan. Poor fucking Minnie Driver. She's sunk so low. She's in a minor role in this dog shit movie.
Right.
But great American accent. I'll give that to her. So she is now, I guess, the new director of the CIA. And he's like, Love, I need you to help me out with this beekeeper business.
Yeah.
And she's got a fucking beekeeper is after Derek?
Are you kidding me? It's not going to take a newspaper to swat that bee.
Let me think on this. I don't know if I want to even get involved. So later that night, she calls up Wallace, and he's like, look, I got the details on this guy. He's so fucking crazy, the beekeepers kicked him out.
Right.
But don't worry. I got a beekeeper after.
Not only am I going to help you, we got a beekeeper to help us.
And he just goes, fucking A.
He does one of those. He does a fist pump by himself and burps a little bit because he's got to It worked. It's all there. He's going to be the chair. He might fuck. What's her name? Danforth.
Jessica Danforth.
He might fuck.
And we'll learn that's a very important thing to do.
Murray, rumor is she doesn't just lay down. She gets into it.
That's what you want.
White wine spritzer with a little bit of fucking honey in it, and that woman is yours.
Long Island iced tea. We're at a gas station. Random gas station. No product placement.
Right.
The beekeeper's fueling up because he fucking spent all his gas blowing up that fucking... There was like this minuscule C4, little it was like chewing gum basically, with two cans of two 5-gallon cases, half filled, blew a building up, destroyed a building.
Don't even tell me that
fucking
jet fuel
Oklahoma City. Well, you should have been watching that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. But the other interesting thing about this gas station, like every fucking plot set, whatever, in this movie, isolated from their. We've all seen gas stations. We all know a gas station. And yet this one, they have
I'm pretty sure that the reason that is because this movie was filmed in England. So that's why.
They had to get it like way the fuck out. Yeah, because there is nothing going on here. And they make sure not to shoot it so you can tell. And I don't know. It's so fucked.
He's filling up the old truck. He is. I guess he must have Garnett's car.
He stole, Mickey's car.
Yeah. Hey, Mickey. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Cyberdyke arrives. I can say that, can't I?
Yeah, I think you can. I don't think...
But she's an interesting character. I liked it. This chick with a mullet.
Oh, yeah. Interesting
wearing
mullet.
wraparound shades.
Yeah.
Loud like a purple suit.
Oh, she had like a fucking jacket on. And it was crazy. It was very cyberpunk. Yeah. But at the same time, I was like... This should have been an enforcer, like, at the UDG or something. Like, she should have been there. But, hey, whatever. Like, if they did a scene, my version of this movie, she's at the UDG building that we saw earlier, and she's, like, cocking all these fucking tech nerds. Like,
that'd be great, yeah.
Maybe women, too.
Well, that's the thing. She's got a great look. I want to know more about this character. Wasted.
Yeah, exactly. We get 15 seconds with her. She shows up and starts unloading this crazy rifle into the cement pillars of the gas station and everything. So, of course, our guy gets a chance to get away. Clay, like, hides for a second. And then the police show up out of nowhere.
He somehow detaches the hose from the gas.
Yeah. Did you see how thick the gauge of that was? It was a fire hose. It was so fucking thick. I was like, that is not... what those look like.
And he spins around and disarms her with. He like loops it around her.
They're doing this shot from underneath, and they keep switching from 3 different angles, so it's so hard to focus on it. But yeah.
And then they go to some hand to hand, which is ridiculous. This woman's like 100 pounds.
But, great look. You can of course be an assassin, but the Statham's got Denny's, powered everything.
Right.
You can't fuck with that.
So they're going hand to hand, back and forth. It's a fucking AEW match. It's a 30-minute fucking even match.
She gets knocked back, so she takes that momentum and launches herself into the back of her truck, where she stomps on a pedal and up comes a minigun.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura Predator gun. At least she didn't hold it. I'll give him that because that would have been ridiculous.
It was
mounted.
Yeah.
And she just starts unloading. So, what is, and I'm talking about the world of cinema, what are the rules for explosions? Because she is shooting at gas pumps. Normally, if you just shoot one bullet at a car, it explodes.
Right.
How come nothing's exploding?
Until they want it to explode. So there's gas flying everywhere in the scene. It's that Zoolander scene we all love where they're just gas,
He chucks like a fucking one of those mason jars of honey, hits her in the head.
Yeah.
Knocks her down.
I mean, that's some sticky shit, so that's going to
covers her in gas, ignites her. She dies. They say burning is the most painful way to go.
Yeah.
This tells her what a badass she is. She just calmly dies. Her body's just on fire. She's just laying there on the ground.
Yeah. No biggie.
He grabs her hand, chops the thumb off. We're thinking, he's a serial killer. That's his trophy. We're
right.
Like, okay.
Gets himself a new car because this
wasted villain.
Yeah.
Like you said, perfect. She should have been cucking those bros, putting them in check, earlier in the movie.
We needed to see more of her as a good B-level villain, but they don't know how to do anything with bees. That's why it's called the Beekeeper, of course. God, it's just the fact that he was a beekeeper and then said, I don't know what to do with my life. I'll become a beekeeper. This fucking movie, man. What was the misdirection of that name for? Why? What purpose?
It's to show us that
How
there's more to a
dumb it
beekeeper
is?
than meets the eye. Like we were assuming going into the movie, he's just a guy that keeps bees. No, there's an organization called the Beekeepers.
So fucking
Well, yeah, I didn't pick this movie.
All
So she just calmly dies. She takes her thumb, leaves. Back to Janet, played by Minnie Driver. She's just like, I got some bad news, Wallace. He killed the fucking beekeeper. Beekeepers are out. They're neutral. They're not getting involved.
Yeah, they're not wasting another beekeeper. You know how long it takes to turn somebody from just any old lesbian into a beekeeper?
Forget my number. I don't know yet. That's the last we see of poor Minnie Driver.
Yeah.
She was the fucking star at one time.
Doesn't she pop up again to help the FBI later?
No, I don't think she's ever seen for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently she owed somebody a favor. Because she's
Apparently.
worked like an hour on this movie.
You said this movie was shot overseas, so
Yeah.
maybe she was just in town.
I don't know, but yeah.
All
right. So the FBI arrive at the gas station. We get some more of that awful humor. We learn how is she the assassin? We learn her name is Anisette Landress. How come she's on a database, even though she's a beekeeper?
I don't fucking get your story straight. There's barely any story to keep straight here, and they can't even keep it straight. That is a great fucking point.
They learn her name, but they learn she doesn't exist at the same time.
Yeah, but
She must have had her UDG card on too. The laminate didn't melt. Yeah.
Exactly, because that lamination process, you know what it does.
Right.
But here's the other thing. This movie they love to have large inferno fires.
CGI infernos.
That burn up everything in sight, and yet somehow paper or laminated name tags survive because there's also a beekeeping book.
Apparently, every beekeeper gets and it's not a beekeeper quote book about being an assassin. It's literally how to keep bees.
Yeah.
It's about bees.
It's about bees. It's like a
But Griff, in the second movie, we expand the lore and we'll learn about it.
I know.
So
And
it pays off.
with the movie, they're going to release the book and everything. And oh my God, I swear, this is the flimsiest, stupidest little background of details.
This
It's
is why
so
we don't
bad.
do modern movies, people, because they're awful.
Look how hot we're getting.
Yeah. Well, they love to torture us. Our fans love us in pain. I don't know what that is.
I mean,
what have we done to you besides entertain you for 6 straight years?
6 straight.
Week in, week out.
We're going to go disappearing after 6 years. For the next 6 years, we'll disappear. Then we'll come back.
Yeah, that's true. Before this podcast, we didn't exist.
We didn't exist.
Yeah. Well, actually, technically, I didn't. Social media-wise, I didn't exist.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right. So they look around, and
She's like, okay, my mom's house is here. The bomb, the building blowing up is here. I guess we're going to Boston.
The only other direction he could go is that way. All right.
And then Wiley's. He's like, all right, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, smartest FBI crew in the world, and they are, yeah.
All right, so now Wallace is scared. A beekeeper has been killed. He's got to get his crew together. So he calls up Blackwater, And he's like, all right, let me tell you something about the beekeepers. And he breaks down this sweet metaphor, Griff, and how it relates to our country. Of course, man has always had a sacred bond with bees. You know this, Griff.
I know this.
If we didn't have agriculture, thanks to bees and their pollination process, we would not have civilization.
Don't give me this Elon Musk bullshit where build little fucking robot bees.
It's all about robots.
He's so fucking stupid.
Beekeepers are allowed to act on their own. This is because they know what's right and wrong. Because they're here to keep the hive safe. The hive being civilization, society. We need the beekeepers, much like man needs honeybees.
Sorry.
And these guys are like, no sweat, we're going to fuck this guy up. Yeah, they're high-fiving. It's like, all right.
Whoa. Why are you getting so excited? Aren't you only SEAL Team 6?
Aren't you only Navy SEALs? Aren't you only Green Berets?
Have you guys even met a predator monster? How many Sasquatches have you killed with only your thumb? Huh? Any? Exactly. This man could kill you by defecating down your throat and make you shit it out into the next guy. Yes, that's right. The human centipede. He has done it.
Nice illusion, another insect illusion.
It's all... Well, it's not an insect, but yes. Centipede?
I thought...
Don't centipedes have 1,000 legs?
Yeah, but I thought insect covered everything.
Insect's 6 legs.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so. You're making me question everything I knew about
Much
school.
like this movie.
Yes.
So he's like, compared to a beekeeper, you guys are pussies! Get moving. Take care of this.
That's the pep talk. You really need to give these people...
You guys have no chance. Now get moving.
You've got no chance. He might human centipede you, motherfucker. He might shit in your mouth, kill you, and make you kill your partner with his...
Eco-life's the worst way to go.
Jeez. Oh, God, that would be a terrible way to go. All right, anyways. Verona's at the office reading from the Beekeeper book, and she's like, oh, my God. Think about this, but think about it like this. It's like she got high and was just reading, like, Hop on Pop or something, and drawing this grand meaning from it. And Wiley's just like, I just want to go home.
Wife and kids.
2 weeks. If only.
There's a call. They fight over who's going to answer it because neither of them wants to answer it because they're in some deep shit for some reason. Well, they're just following behind this shit.
They haven't done anything. They show up. They go, oh, okay.
Somehow they're falling ass backwards into catching clay.
Hey, that's how it works. You fall upwards.
Deputy director wants to talk to these guys. He's flying in specifically to see these two.
Oh, shit. Group. All right. We're going back over to Clay, though, and apparently, John Wick style, he's got a secret vault somewhere.
Well, the beekeepers have secret vaults.
Okay.
Because that's why he needed the thumb.
Okay.
Because he puts her thumb up to the thing, and it opens up.
Oh, he didn't take a finger from her? He took a thumb from her?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or a finger. I don't fucking remember.
You gotta love that Anisette has been dead for hours now, and the beekeepers didn't remove her fingerprints from their system. The top super secret security system in the world. We're just like, yeah, it's okay. Just leave it out there.
I'm just shocked that the fingerprint didn't get burnt off. He saved the
That's also a good point.
So he opens it up. There's a secret cache with all the weapons he's going to need and the fucking gateway computer that he's going to fucking need to access shit.
My God. Jesus Christ. He opens up the one cabinet, and it's full of, like, thousands of feet of Kevlar thread. It's like, what? Is that actually a thing?
Well, yeah, I guess.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
Really made me question that.
Yeah, they don't, Kevlar's not just made into vests automatically. You gotta.
Yeah, I never thought about a Kevlar vest in that way, though. I thought it was like plates or something in there.
No, I think it's a material.
Okay.
So he's printing out all the info he's gonna need, and he takes off. He gets, he stocks up on all the weapons, and he's ready to go.
Yeah, he gets some dot matrix printer print off.
Yeah.
And that's the information. We don't need anything else. We know he knows. This is fine.
So Verona meets with Deputy Director Prigg. Okay, so Janet was in this scene. This is where.
Yeah,
Janet's
this is what I was talking about. Yeah, because Prigg is the number 2.
And she's bringing up like beekeeper shit, and I think he was playing off like he knew nothing about it. Like,
yeah.
He was like, "What are you talking beekeeper shit? What is that?" And she's like, "No, this Clay guy, he's behind everything." Well, what's his motive? protecting the hive. Because there's something called, she pulls up some knowledge from the book. It's called the Queen Slayer. Because anytime a bee notices that a queen is producing defective offspring, a queen slayer comes in.
Yeah, they'll kill the queen, replace it.
And he's like, sign it off, whatever you need.
That's all they fucking need.
First, he's like questioning there's even the existence of beekeepers. He sees the book, and he's like, oh, that's all the evidence I need.
See, this is one of those scenes where people would be like, the beekeeper sucks because it's woke. And that's a fucking lazy way to look at this movie. This movie sucks for a lot of reasons.
It's awful.
Because it's awful. They do these characters a horrible injustice. But they would look at this movie and go, oh, a woman is the lead of the CIA and her number 2 is a black man. A little DEI much. And then who's leading up, who's running that?
This is why they can't catch Clay. White man outsmarting them everywhere they go. And you notice Verona black and Wiley some kind of dusky ethnicity.
Northern Africa, Middle East maybe. Who knows? Yeah. And you're right. They are completely ineffectual. They can't do anything. The white man wins every time.
Cut the bus.
Oh, no.
Our tech bros, we're in another tech bro lair.
Yeah, because we heard Deflon?
Who?
Deflon? What was this kid's name? Danforth. Like, I'm going to remember a name for this fucking... I think Deflon was the name of the character from Harvey Birdman, the fucking Evel Knievel character.
Okay. That was Devlin.
Devlin, okay. I was so close.
That was a real cartoon.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, okay. Danforth told us he has 20 of these buildings.
Right.
We're skipping the other 18, thankfully. And we're going to the top one in downtown Boston.
And you thought fucking Mickey was greasy. Did this guy have a name? I don't fucking know. But
he did, of course, but...
Of course, he has like a strong Italian New York accent, so we know this guy's a sleazeball. Shiny suit.
Did you notice what was going on with the suit?
It was just crazy.
Oh, it was beyond crazy, Murray.
Yeah.
It said, written out, the goat, and then there was goats, and they were like, it was just like a fucking collage.
I did not watch this on Laserdisc, so I did not see this, but
Oh,
that
man.
really infuriates me. So, good job.
There's only 10 Laserdiscs.
Good job with the costumer, because I hate this guy immediately.
No, they did some. We've been giving this movie its dues, and they did some.
We give them
good
their
shit.
flowers when they deserve it.
Yeah. Fuck, man. We give them their
and they're
NFTs.
they're just scamming old people left and right. They're just laughing about it.
And Danforth was saying, that's my top office. You can't, he's going to say that in a minute here. You can't shut this down because this is my, and we see on the screen, they're scamming people $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $80,000. They're making huge money.
Right. So they're having a good old time. Meanwhile, outside, FBI shows up. Hep, hep, hep. And you notice who's running this operation?
Asian dude.
Asian guy. So Pettis, the leader, Blackwater, steps out. Get the fuck out of here. We got this.
You're out of your jurisdiction.
This is private property. And they're like, all right, set up a perimeter outside.
Yep. And they literally clumped together around an iPad outside the front door. That's all they did.
They're like, what are we going to do? How about you smoke them out? They turn around. It's fucking Clay, man.
Yeah, and Clay just starts mocking them to their face. He's just like, what are you, some kind of FBI organization? Have you guys even once popped an eyeball out with your thumb?
You guys aren't even good enough to work for the federal booby inspector.
You guys aren't even good enough to serve me a piping hot cup of Denny's coffee.
And then he just hurls it, a hot fucking cup of Denny's coffee in the Asian guy's face.
Yeah.
Melts his face. And then he just beats the fuck out. The guy's doing their job. He
Doing
just
their
beats
job.
the fuck out.
Salute these motherfuckers. Don't break their necks. He's bumping their... He grabbed two by their heads and made them headbutt each other.
We want to point out they're in tactical gear with machine guns, and he still takes out 8 guys surrounding him.
Not one shot fired.
No.
All right, so Pettis telling the lead he is there to protect him. This is our new super secret agent, guys. That what's his name? Daddy Wallflower.
Wallace.
This
is Blackwater.
This is Blackwater.
And they're like, meanwhile, and he even points this out. He doesn't know who he's working for. He's just security.
Yeah.
You deserve to die.
This
according
guy
to
had a
Clay.
look too. He shouldn't have been in all the tactical gear because he had a voice and he had a look.
Yeah. And so he's like, all right, guys. He's like, shut everything down. What's this guy's sleazy goat guy? I'm calling him Goat.
Call him
guy.
Goat Man.
He's just like, no fucking way, bro. We are rolling in the bank. Get the fuck out of here. Do your job and protect us.
Right. And so Derek gets on the phone, I think, even. Yeah, Derek gets on the phone with Pettis and tells him, that is literally all my money. You can't fucking close it down. Protect them without shutting anything down. And so Pettis is just like, fuck, my hands are tied, okay.
And fucking the tech bros are like, nah, 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 hey, goodbye.
And
he's clowning on the fucking guys. They're there to protect them.
We're scanning down the scammers, and we're seeing them cheer and clap and wave goodbye to protection. And there is one new nerd, and got a little trucker cap on, but he's got thick black frame glasses with some white tape over the nose.
Blends in perfectly.
And he says to the guy next to him, he's like, hey, do you have any more Red Bull? Yeah, man. Takes Red Bull, crushes it over his fucking head.
It's Clay!
Ah!
And he starts handling all these nerds and then goes out to take care of Blackwater.
Yeah, but he's got to do his stealth tactics. So he just, launches himself into the ceiling and disappears. And then Pettis
Oh my God. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yep.
People lurking in drop ceilings. It can't be done.
Yes.
But he does it. He's hiding in a drop ceiling.
It's amazing.
Takes out some of the fucking goons. And then he sets up a kill thing in an elevator. All I noticed, it looked like he sets up tripwires, which are never used. But it has something to do with the elevator.
Right. I couldn't catch this either. I think he lets the FBI or maybe it was Pettis' crew get in it, and it blew.
So Pettis' crew gets in the elevator because they're heading back up to the fucking tech bro lair, and then they hear something up, and so they open fire. They don't know what's going on, but Clay is up on the top of the elevator.
Yeah. So we've already actually gone beyond the fight with Pettis because he just kills Pettis. He uses the fucking fire extinguisher.
I thought that happened later. Okay.
Yeah, it happened right here.
Okay.
So he drops out of the ceiling onto Pettis. Pettis is like, I'm the only motherfucker who can take you. He's like, I know, that's why I'm taking you one-on-one right now. So at least he's giving him kind of a nod here, although he jobs him the fuck out. Uses a fire extinguisher. Pettis had a little hatchet he used.
Yeah.
Chops the fire extinguisher so it's exploding into his face, and then he just cracks him in the skull, and that's it. And then he goes on. We got fucking Verona and crew arrive. Verona, very much like Stallone's Dredd. She's like, I don't need to wear the face mask. I got a great look going on. I got to show my face off.
Little afro going on.
But she's got the big assault rifle.
She's holding it properly.
And she's like, "What? Why are we standing out here? Victories for those who mush." And they're like, I don't think that's the line, but what are we doing? What are you talking about? And she's like, we're going to the stairs. If he took down the elevator, we're going to the stairs.
He's just a beekeeper. I'm going in. Wiley, cover me. So this is where we have the elevator scenario where he's up on the top. They're just opening fire. And then he does whatever he does. His bomb goes off, which makes the elevator go down. A guy gets chopped in half because they're running out to get out of the elevator.
Yeah.
A guy just doing security. He doesn't know what the fuck he's working for.
Right.
Enough to get chopped in half.
Chopped in half.
This is why the beekeepers had to get rid of him, man.
That's right. He's too fucking vicious.
Got God complex, dude.
He really does.
All right. Verona's like, I guess I have to take the stairs.
Yeah.
Winks at the camera. And we're like, ugh.
Oh, my God.
So now Clay's up in the lair.
He's back into the lair.
Right.
He's already,
Grabs fucking goat boy. And he's like, I need to know, who do you work for? I don't know shit, bro. Grabs a stapler and starts tapping staples. I mean, it'd be annoying, but it wouldn't be, painful.
Right.
mean,
It'd be more painful just to be hit with the fucking
if you had a
object,
staple
but
gun, that would hurt.
That would
but
be
just
bad.
a stapler.
Yeah.
Just he's like,
kids used to do that in grade school. They would fucking staple up and down their arm.
and they're stapling them. I want names. And he's like, I don't know shit, bro. Pulls out a little picture of Eloise. See this little lady? She was like a MILF to me. I mean, because he's,
Gilf.
Gilf. Oh,
She's a grandma.
Oh, okay. But MILF to him. Because he's a middle-aged man.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying they fucked, but he was like, I could see myself.
As soon
fucking
as
her.
you have grandkids, you're a gilf. So technically, Lauren Boebert is not a milf. She's a gilf because she's got grandkids. Babies having babies, man.
Beautiful, beautiful. So that I guess pulls on his heartstrings.
Oh wait, I gotta clarify something. I do not find Lauren Boebert attractive at all.
No,
that does not come from me.
she's politician hot. Because politicians are ugly, generally.
Okay.
So he's like, yes, that's why they say Washington is Hollywood for ugly people.
Okay.
So,
I like that.
it's like, you took $2 million from a charity she ran. And then that pull on his heartstrings because then he gives up the fucking. He's just like, I think he doesn't say anything, but then there's like a picture on his his screensaver on his computer.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he actually used a name. Oh, that's what it was. He looked at the computer, sees Danforth in the background
with
Derek,
somebody else,
and
Goat Boy.
And Goat Boy, okay.
And he's like, I told you they're untouchable. You can't go. You can't fuck with these people. They'll kill me. And then he's just like, sometimes you have to replace the queen.
It's like he's reading out of that book.
And we're like, what is going on? Intrigue. Not really.
Yeah.
Nothing intriguing.
All right, so Verona kicks into the fucking room here. Clay! We have laws for these things.
Yeah, we got to have that one person. And even though, we're not watching this movie to see people go by the book. But you need that one character who goes by the book to show how it's bullshit.
Right.
And you need to go outside the book.
It's just the inconsistencies in her character. If she was like fucking strict this whole time, if she was somehow intervening with Clay this whole time, but instead she's goofing off the whole time, and now she gets a moment. Now we have rule.
And he looks back at her. You had laws. That's why I'm here.
All right, so Clay sneaks out, finds Wiley alone, and
disarms him easily.
Yeah.
But, he could tell this guy has a soul to him. This guy isn't. Unlike all the other security guys, he mercilessly fucking brutalized. He just goes like, I have a wife and kids. It's Wiley's a total bitch.
Right, and this, why does he know this information?
Because he's the beekeeper. He knows everything, every situation he goes into. He knows
every single FBI agent that might be involved.
Right.
So Wiley cries out, "I have a wife and kids," and Beekeeper tells him,
"Oh no, 3 boys and a girl,"
and then just disappears.
Shows mercy for that guy. So apparently you have to have kids in order for the Beekeeper to show mercy on you.
Maybe, yeah. All right, so Verona, she's looking through the office, wants to talk to Goat Boy's name is Rico, but notices the background on the computer, and we see what Beekeeper saw.
Danforth partying down with his mom and Rico, apparently.
What, was his mom in the picture, too?
I thought she was.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Because it has to be, because that's the twist, bro.
That would make sense. God, guys, we're getting to that final third that I was telling. Oh, my God.
We just know that she's a very important woman, but how important is she? Well, we'll finally learn in this third act.
So, we go to dinner first, guys. We got a fucking feast, and Wallace sitting down with Derek.
This is like skinny white women are just like wallpaper to me. I thought this was the mom in the scene. It wasn't the mom.
I know.
It was just
Murray,
a generic skinny blonde chick.
Especially after the shows we watched this week, where I was like, "Who's who?" All right, I'm so sorry.
So like Derek is like, and that's why I thought it was the mom, because Derek is like pouting. He's like sitting like away from them, facing away from them at the restaurant. Wallace is talking to the woman. I'm thinking is the mom.
Yeah.
No, just random hoe. I don't know if she's with Wallace or she's with fucking Derek.
Right. I just got to say, I have never had dinner with Elon Musk. I have a feeling this is how he acts in public. He isn't
like
just
a man
like a man child.
Yeah,
That's all
exactly,
he is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't imagine I see it with my eyes.
Yeah. All right.
So he gets a call.
Oh, no,
Derek says, call my mom.
Yeah.
Calls her up, and she's like, look, I will finally meet you. I'll put an end to this bullshit. I thought I could count on you, Wallace. And as she's walking, we see all these people surrounding her.
Little backwards there. Wallace is saying, you're in over your head. Call your mom. You're the only person she's going to listen to on this.
Okay.
Because she's been saying the whole time, I'm going to protect my son. So now he's calling her. Derek is calling mommy and telling him, I need you.
Mama bird helping baby bird.
That's right.
And we see she's walking, and there's all these important-looking people in front of her.
Yeah, we'll meet at the beach house tomorrow. I got to get back to work.
And then it's like, Madam President, the ambassador's here to see you. And the ambassador's like, do you play chess? And then Pepe just shows up out of nowhere. Goddamn, she's a goddamn game master. What the fuck have you done? I'm glad Pepe landed on his feet, man.
Dude,
he failed upwards. He fucked up that whole operation with Fred Williamson.
Obviously, his hair is great. He's losing a bit off the top, but he's still got that lane. Oh, I love you.
There you have it, people. The big reveal is Derek's mom is Hillary Clinton, and he's Hunter Biden. This is all the subtext we're getting. There's a laptop
from hell.
Yeah. Griff is vomiting into a...
I'm so sorry. This cough.
If anybody needs some... Get that hot honey. Put some down your throat. Just your gullet, dude.
Straight down. All right.
We got another fucking episode to do, for fuck's sake.
All right. We're going back over to Verona. She's telling Wiley, her partner, that she's got to get Clay. Even if he is right. And I believe he's right. He's doing the right thing here. But I got to get him. And it's like... Okay. But they're talking to Director Prigg, second in command.
Yeah, Deputy Director.
Deputy Director Prigg.
Second in command.
And they got the string out because that's still the official way to show connections here. Right. The cork board with the string.
They connect things.
That's right. They did turn it into a big hive structure too.
Right. She's like, the next company he's going after is Danforth Enterprises, our president's company.
U.S. president, yeah.
And then she does the Queen Slayer explanation with him. You know, when a bee notices that a queen's producing defective offspring, it has to eliminate it. So he's going to eliminate the presidents.
Right. And again, this guy must be a Lynch fan or something because he's like, sold. What do you need? Nukes? Tanks? Gundams? We've got Gundams.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Blank check. All right. So now Derek is in his hideout.
This is the beach house or whatever.
Yeah. And him, Wallace, and a new character. Another interesting-looking character.
That's right.
He's looking at the phone that has footage from the last...
interaction with the Beekeeper. Yeah. Probably Goat Boy's place or something.
This is our new character, Lazarus.
And Lazarus. Woo!
Yellow tracksuit. Interesting mutton chop. Very interesting face. He was kind of like Asian yet white.
Large face with like Zadar almost.
Yes, it was a very square head.
Then a voice that didn't match his stature. Tattoos all over his neck.
Big mutton chops, mustache, hair, frosted tips.
Yeah.
He has like a crew cut type hair.
Yellow outfit.
Yellow tracksuit.
Like various gun ammo shit going on. Oh, he's
he's like, fucking hell, man. A beekeeper. Yeah, I took out one beekeeper once, and this is what happened. Puts his leg up. Got a fucking prosthetic leg.
Derek's disappointed. He's drinking a Budweiser. You could tell. He had the label term, but you could still tell. Our new super team includes a fucking Scotsman with a peg leg? That's how we're going to take down a goddamn Beekeeper?
I took down the Beekeeper, and that's how I lost his fucking leg. And I was fucking lucky.
All right, so the president arrives. Now, Murray, here's the other thing I don't get about this fucking scene that we're about to work into.
Yeah.
I thought these two were going to meet quietly and figure something out. They throw a party in a minute here. What the fuck?
It's cover.
It's cover, okay.
Yeah. No, I think it was that just show how reckless Derek is. Like, the mom probably did want to meet covertly, but Derek's such a fuck up. He's like, I'm going to have a party.
Okay, because, I mean, it's like everybody yeah, well, they would. Anyways.
This is some Hunter Biden level shit.
Hunter Biden level. He is doing cocaine and jerking off on camera with, I don't know if he noticed who was on the other side of that Zoom call who was jerking off with them. Jeffrey Toobin.
He was tubing, all right.
They were tubing.
All right. As we've learned, when it comes, we learned this last week. Secret Service, perfect. Nobody can get anything by the Secret Service.
That's right.
So we're like, Beekeeper's fucked. He's not. So, Beekeeper he's going to go through the sewer line. But they got that covered, Griff.
That's right.
They're checking every fucking car underneath everything, and they're welding shut the manholes. So there's going to be no sewer intrusion.
That's right. Except apparently that one manhole, right?
No.
How do you get through it?
Beekeeper has his handy dandy if you ever need to open up a welded manhole, because the Beekeeper lair has everything.
Right.
So he had a little, like, I'm sure,
Batman contraption.
weighed probably 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And he just goes, chink, chunk, 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 pops the fucking manhole.
Look, he had a can opener.
And, of course, he knew, because he could tell by sound, that there was a truck right over him that had just been inspected.
Actually, I got that part wrong. The truck had not been inspected yet, because that's how we get into a fight in a second here.
And he's got a skateboard with him. And so he's going to do the Indiana Jones thing where he's going to be underneath the fucking...
Yeah, he crawls up under the truck, and then you get the shot of them just about to look under, and he gets the skateboard up just in time. He rolls forward one more, spot.
That's what I didn't get, because I assumed he was rolling forward to be on one that had already been inspected.
That's what
that was
I thought,
the whole
too.
point. Yeah.
But then another man comes under the car on a skateboard to look under the car again.
That's how good they are. They're
That's how good.
double-checking.
The SS is very good.
Okay, don't say that.
I know. I just realized what I did there. Oh, man.
Somebody, don't cut that out.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's that.
So then the guy comes under, and he looks up, and there's a man, Clay, staring into him, grabs him, pulls him up.
There's plenty of room underneath.
Plenty of room. There's a whole closet under there for him to disrobe this man, disrobe himself, put on his clothes.
Yeah, that would be really easy to do. Yeah.
Stash him up there somewhere.
Quickly.
Like
all that tactical gear, you could do that in 5 seconds.
amazing.
Yeah.
The Velcro alone, you would just hear. Is that an engine idling? What is happening over there?
But now he is in the Secret Service garb, so now he's at his access. Cut to Derek. He's doing some blow like Hunter Biden in his mom's office. She walks in. What did she say? A nicotine or a carnival ride? What does that mean?
I don't remember this at all, but I wrote it down because I guess I thought it was fun. Is that a nicotine or a carnival ride you're jumping on?
Mom, you look fucking great. We're showing how unhinged Derek is becoming.
Yeah. Oh, because he's complimenting his mom?
No, he's saying fucking great to his mom, all right? Show some respect. This is the president of the United
Goddamn
States.
president,
all
yeah.
right? And he's doing fucking cocaine in front of her.
Yeah, on her papers.
Right.
So, now we got the rest of our... Did you want to say anything else about that scene?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Lazarus's crew is set loose. I guess to prowl around the premises.
That's right.
And then there's a cowboy hat. There's some flair to some of these guys. Not tactical gear.
They made me think of like an updated version of the Spice Girls. They all had an interesting look going on. It was out there, but they wore it well. And this is what we need more of in movies. Right. Pepe looked insane, but he wore it with confidence. That's what you got to do.
So there's a party going on. It's like a Cirque du Soleil theme. There's fucking people blowing fire. There's fucking gymnastics.
Even Wiley and Verona are there in disguise. Like, they're dressed up nicely with the FBI to be undercover. Yeah.
She still has her Harvard shirt on for some reason. But
oh, my God. She was wearing a white-collared shirt, but the fucking Harvard bled through it. Like, you could see it.
Clay brought a suit with him, too. Not wrinkled at all. Looks perfect.
Where is he keeping all of this cargo?
I don't know. The president and... Who the fuck is Pagan?
Again, Pagan is the director, too.
Who?
Remember the black guy that we just talked about?
You said his name was Prig earlier. Now it's Pagan?
Oh.
This is the shit I got to put up with, people.
Look, we both talked about how tired we were by the end of this movie. And this is a 100-minute movie. It's exhaustingly boring.
All right, so deputy director, I'm going to say Prig because that was what I had the first
I think it's supposed to be Prig.
Our meeting with Derek. Prig wants to know about what's going on with his companies, Derek's companies.
Yeah, because they're getting called out on the shit. And Mom's actually starting to take it seriously now because she's like, "What the fuck? Why is the CIA deputy director here?"
I might be imagining this. This is way back to when you want to make it long.
We're making great time.
This is when Clay is going to kill Mickey. Mickey offers up cryptocurrency and NFTs, right?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I just want to point
that
out.
was a great little detail. And again,
I'm sorry. Even though I hate these tech bros, anyone who buys an NFT deserves to lose their money. That's the stupidest thing on the planet.
I think that lasted, and again,
it lasted like 6 months. It was like,
yeah,
it was.
But again, it's the fact that it even captivated. Like, Jimmy Fallon was doing an interview with Paris Hilton, and they were bragging about their NFTs.
Yeah.
Like, we fucking... That's a thing that happened. Yeah. And that's something that I hope
Picture
never...
of a cartoon monkey.
That's a thing that I hope never gets wiped away. And they're probably trying to erase that shit. I want to make sure that never gets away from these motherfuckers. Like, you did this. You went on TV and fucking said, go buy NFTs. It's cool. I did it.
Well, hey, wait. Are you saying the President Trump ones that I bought, where he was a superhero, was a waste of money?
Murray, I would never tell that to you. Mattingly, on the other hand, is about to tell you that. So you can take your rage out on him.
All right, so back to, they're like asking Derek, what's going on with these shady businesses? And Derek's feeling the pressure. He's pouring himself a fucking drink.
Yeah, he's like, why are you asking me all this? UDG's a legit malware, data company. 9-Star United, legit. NFTs, I mean, come on. Look at this monkey. It's adorable. Crypto's the currency of the future. Let's go.
Back to the party. Verona notices a bald guy. She's like, that's got to be Clay. All right, people, follow me. Freeze, asshole! Is this another? There must maybe some the WWF was like invited because there's tons of bald bearded guys.
Bald-headed geeks.
And she's just like, oh shit, it's the wrong guy. And then she's like, hey, we got to find this guy. Militia moves in. The
Lazarus crew.
Lazarus' crew moves in. They find Clay.
Yeah.
On your knees, mate. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
It took 1 second.
I'm doing Australian accents for everything. I apologize for our Scottish friend, Stuart. I apologize.
You really do need to apologize, Stuart. But it took 1 second after they have the mix-up with the other bald guy, because she says, Clay's here! And so the militia, Lazarus' crew, they all go running outside. They're like, where the fuck is he? So after we get the 1 second decoy thing happen, we go outside, and Lazarus has found Clay.
Yeah. And he puts his hands up. We can see there's something in his hand.
That's right. They don't notice it.
Yeah.
Even though he's facing their palms to them.
Turn around, asshole! Turns around. Get on your knees! Does all the shit. All right. Lazarus, this is a party full of normies, like normal citizens. He's going to murder a guy, shoot him in the face in front of everybody. And Verona's almost willing to go along with it.
She's just hanging out. She is watching. She's the FBI. Never mind. Murray, we got Shakespeare to quote.
But Verona's like, she remembers the law. You cannot shoot an unarmed man.
That's right. Oh, is that what she yelled out here? Whoa. You can't shoot him. He's unarmed.
Yeah. So
okay.
Lazarus, they should have given him like Polonius, some kind of like Shakespearean name, because
it would have made more sense, yeah.
I'm thinking he's just this dumb goon. Apparently he's cultured. He knows his Shakespeare. He'd seen Matt Sosi's presentation of Othello. He knows this. He's like, to be or not to be, asshole.
That was good. That was better.
Yeah.
I think I'll take to be.
Now I want to give it up to Griff. Here are your flowers, Griff. I was so fucking checked out at this point. I did not pick up on this brilliant fucking one line.
Yeah.
It's to be B-E-E.
Yeah.
Or not to be.
Jerry Seinfeld actually did punch up for this movie, so that's why there's such great humor in here.
Clicks his little thing. Bunch of cars just blow up in the background.
Distraction, fire, chaos. All CGI fire, by the way. Just awful. Clay is able to run around, do whatever he wants. He's starting to take out Lazarus' crew, and we know they're his crew because they got like patchwork cargo pants on, all kinds of different colors and shit. Like, insane. But they stood out. It helped.
So we go back to the meeting with Derek and his mom. He's like, Mom, I had to get into NFTs and crypto. What do you think funded your fucking campaign?
And she's like, I know. I just didn't want to accept it. I thought the people picked me because I'm a strong, independent woman.
She's like, and I was going to break up your father's companies. I was going to do it the right way. Because I wanted to leave the world a better place. Babyface turn. I was thinking, it should have been. She was in on it.
Yeah. Mom, you need to understand. I don't know what this accent is. You are behind in 15 of 20 counties. That's it. Counties. So it's like, wait, what?
Macomb County was one of them.
Macomb.
How important Macomb County
Macomb is so...
the Kingmaker. The Queenslayer, the Kingmaker of Macomb County.
We'll have to talk about Macomb off mic. You needed my money to win.
That's made national news, Macomb County. How important it is.
Yeah.
I've seen that on national news. But they talk about Michigan and it being like a swing state.
And Macomb County keeps coming up?
Yeah.
Is it because it's purple?
Yeah, because it's
Wayne County is just blue all the way. So
Right.
that makes sense, actually.
Right.
And now that I'm thinking about it, But you needed my money to win. And we know how American politics work. It's all about that money.
So
That's
we're
why
cutting
we
back and forth. We're seeing fighting while this is going on.
Yeah.
Because we're all getting bored. It's like, throw some fighting in here.
Yeah, it's just quick cuts of fighting. There's nothing. There's no payoff. Statham is going through the fight, so it doesn't matter. He's going up a staircase, just flipping people over and everything.
So mom cops to it. She's like, everyone knows it was you and your money that got me in. More fighting. Prez is ready. She's just like, look, I'm through lying. Yeah. I'm going to tell the American people the truth. They can handle it. The American people are mature, and they just look at the issues. They do not care about personalities or sex or gender.
Kitchen, table, subjects. That's all they want. I'm going to get to them.
So now Clay, he's got the final boss.
He's ascended to the top of the stairs. Right. He's just got one corridor.
It's like the NES Kung Fu video game. You go up this fucking stairs. I don't know about you, but I was getting Avenging Force Final Fight vibes with this. Remember that little...
Because of politics.
Remember that little, like, armory hallway that John P. Ryan had?
John P. Ryan. He should have been on set to help out.
He's dead. So
well, his ghost could have been there.
So there's a hallway of mirrors. It's just doors with mirrors on them.
Yeah.
And he's walking down ready to take out Derek, and then Lazarus pops up.
He's got Nux on, by the way. Lazarus does. So they're going head
and a Rambo knife.
And a Rambo knife, yeah. Clay's winning all the way, but we got to get one fucking blade on our boy. So Lazarus... to show that he actually has the mustard, and he's wearing mustard, so it makes sense.
He's Colonel Mustard in the hallway with a knife.
You're gonna make me cough again. So he actually stabs Clay in the gut.
Yeah, and he just pulls it out himself with
my Denny's.
Punches fucking Lazarus, stabs Lazarus in the cheek, in the sideburns.
He already shot Lazarus through the cheek too.
Oh, okay.
When he gets the explosion decoy, he has the gun in his face. He turns it around and shoots Lazarus. I know. I saw this on the second kind of watch through, because Lazarus was worth kind of watching. So
he stabs Lazarus in the forearm because they're still struggling with are they struggling with a gun? I don't know what the fuck's struggling.
No. They were struggling over the knife. He gets the knife, stabs him. Which
causes the brass knuckles to fall off Lazarus' fingers.
He gets him on and then just pounds on him.
Thanks, mate. Picks it up, pummels him. We're assuming he kills Lazarus.
All right. Verona, I was about to say Willie, and Wiley follow in the wake of Clay's massacre. They're just looking, oh my God, look at all these dead people. And then we see that Wallace confronts Clay.
This is he's right at the door to this meeting room.
He's trying to enter it, but it's locked.
You can't do that, good man. You need to walk away from this.
You're Beekeeper. You know your honor.
You know the laws. We follow the laws. And he's just like, no, I'm not.
I only care about what's right and wrong. And you've been bought by Danforth.
And then he's like, no, I have to stop you. And he just twists, pulls his pinky backwards. Ah! And he collapses.
And apparently he's been rigging up a tiny bomb to blow off the door handle so he can get through.
Of course. You can't just open the fucking door. Just kick it in.
He got the little bomb from the Mario movie. I really did torture you this month.
Yeah, you did, you piece of shit. So Derek freaks out and shoots Prig for some reason.
Yeah.
And then he puts a gun to his mom's head. I mean, I guess they're trying. That's why they were playing up the coke binge shit.
Yeah.
Because this is ridiculous. You're going to use your mom as a hostage, who's also the president.
Right. It's like, yeah, the coke, the alcohol, the partying. Mom even said, I hope my son's not high when I see him. So they're really playing into
Verona, because he's ready. Clay is like a pit bull chomping at the bit. And Verona goes in. Hey, wait. Decide who you work for, Clay. The law or justice? I'll choose justice. And he just fucking shoots Derek in the face.
That's it.
And then she's like, she's got her gun on him. Like, I'm taking you in. And we hear people are coming. Everyone's coming.
It's all like fucking schmaz. It's a massacre.
Clay looks out the window, sees. And I pointed this out to Griff, and he didn't.
I didn't notice it, yeah.
But it's true. Much like when we had every Van Damme movie, we had to make an excuse in the beginning to why he has a French accent. Because Statham was I don't know, he's a professional, but he was a competitive diver. We always had to have a scene, as far as we know, everyone I've seen, he's done this. There's a scene where he has to get into the water, swim away,
yeah. There was the intense scene before he even got to the water where he jumps out the window. He's 5 feet from the window, and Verona's standing in the window and gives him the knowing nod, and he nods back at her.
Right. Goodbye, Adam Clay.
Is she going to be a beekeeper too? Is that what we're leading into?
She's gonna be his apprentice.
God,
Somehow she's going to get transferred to somewhere else where he's going to be living, like Bahamas, where he's hiding out.
Right.
And then something happens, and it's like, I know this fucking guy. It's Clay.
She's going to learn that taking the law into your own hands is what works. She learned from the Beekeeper. So he's going to be walking down a darkened alley, see her, and her
brother is going to get killed in some kind of scam. Her brother's going to kill himself because he gets scammed.
That will be Act 2. Act 1 is him going to be finding her in the alley, and he's going to be like, I don't think I can help you. Saves her because she was getting overwhelmed or something. And then, yeah, that's what it's slowly. Maybe that's even Act 3. But Act 2, of course, is going to be the whole training scene. We've already written this movie, and it's better than this one.
No, it's not. That's the thing. I hate our idea, yet it's still better.
It's still
than
better.
What they're going to come up with.
It would make more than $34 million.
All I got to say is, we know there's going to be these 2 sequels. See if we're right when the second movie comes out. Because we said it right here. July 20th, 2024. We said it.
I mean, we might have been able to Google this and find that they're already in production or something, but we did not do that.
I didn't Google this movie.
Never
mind. I want to point out, Clay walks off a gut shot from a gut stab from a Rambo knife.
Yeah.
He has his scuba gear buried in the sand.
Yep.
Just happens to be right next to where that window was.
Murray, he has stopped bleeding at this point. He just will.
He gets out that staple. Staples
he just
shut.
kept that in his pocket. Well, the president does keep a red Schwinn line because all of our presidents are big fans of the Office Space movie. This was rough.
Swims away. All right. That's it. Griffiths in July is over with. Right, Griff? 4 movies. We're done.
Murray, I don't know if you've checked your July schedule yet.
I have not.
There's 5 Wednesdays this July, and that means torture continues, my friend.
Well, hey, you better give me something strong to come back with. We got to go out with a bang.
Oh, you want something strong, unlike that
Strong
Denny's coffee?
Like Denny's coffee, yeah.
Unlike or like? Anyways.
Like. That's why it's the best.
I had some ideas. I talked to Murray about some of those ideas. I was saying, hey, we might do a Chuck movie. We haven't done Chuck in so long. I had another movie in mind. I had a lot of this whole
Heavy
experience.
is the hair.
Yes.
That programs the Golan-Globus Theater.
And of course, the hardest thing is just like I gotta like screen it a little bit and make sure there's stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we've fallen into that trap before.
And I was taking a nice cruise last night, 11:30, windows.
You were cruising
down.
last night?
I was cruising.
What color bandana did you have?
Whew, Murray, I went with the barber shop.
Plaid. It was plaid, people. He was fucky charming.
I was barbershop, and I was into the hair shit last night. You're getting your hair cut while things are happening. Okay. It's really interesting. But Murray, I want you to go ahead. I'm going to give you some clues
pubic
about...
hair?
Huh?
Was your pubic hair getting cut?
I mean, it can be any hair.
Oh, okay.
It's just about the feel of clippers on you, buzzers, all that shit. Okay. That's what it's all about. Okay. Murray, we have done movies with this character or this actor before. He is, as Joe would describe, the perfect weight. He is.
265 pounds?
That's right. He is
How could that be?
5'6" tall. Is that enough clues to get you in the ballpark of this
No,
actor? All right.
Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito. He has been a babyface and a heel.
I still don't know.
He once taught a character in a movie we watched how to shoot a basketball.
Oh my God! Bolo is returning to the theater.
Bolo Young. I was driving home and I said, "Oh my God, I need more Bolo in my life." And I flipped on a movie today, just this
you
morning.
pulled out a Bolo. Be on the lookout.
That's right. And I flipped through it. Colorful gangs, white people terrorizing Hong Kong. Got fucking Bolo in there. Tournament movie. I went through the broad beats of this movie. It's basically Bloodsport. It's Bloodsport.
But he's the hero now instead of the villain?
No, he's the villain in this.
Oh, okay.
As he was last
Is
time.
the hero somebody we know?
No.
Oh, okay.
But with the gang that was involved in it and all the beats, it's going to be easy. It's going to be fun. Bolo's got a fucking look. He must have been talking to
Stop tickling my taint. What movie are we doing next week?
I actually forgot. Blood Fight.
Blood Fight. There you go. That's a winner, people.
And until next week when your taints will be tickled by Bolo Young, I'm listening.